This is the Achievement Hunting 101 Award Show. Hello and welcome to Achievement Hunting 101. I am FuFuCuddilyPoof.
Foofy?
And
What?
yeah, Fufu.
FuFuCuddilyPoof.
Hey, I'm
Change
Ellie.
your gamer
I'm Big Ellie.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna redo that intro.
No.
KooshMoose.
No,
I'm Corey.
Rocky dude.
Walkie.
All right.
Walkie dude.
Don't
Screw
forget
it.
to say
We're
our
leaving
gamer
it in.
tags.
Merry
and our
Christmas,
names.
everybody.
And we're paying to have
Oh.
your gamer tag changed.
Wait, what? Oh, no. My
Come on, Foofy.
gamer tag, my gamer tag is staying the way it is. And as you can hear from them all talking, I have with me Big L,
Otherwise
Nate,
known as
which
L.
is KooshMoose, and Rocker Dude 5012. Which is Corey.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait a minute.
Hello, everybody.
Merry Christmas. We leave in that. My mistake.
Maui. Maui
You haven't made a
Christmas.
mistake like that since last week's podcast when you forgot to post half of it. But you did offer a refund.
Wasn't my fault.
Oh.
You can blame it on my Excel script as well.
Yes, I'm just going to blame
Wow.
it.
The
Okay.
grudge holding is unreal.
It's not. I just copy and paste. I did exactly what he
It's
told
my
me.
special move, the grudge hold.
If there's no milestones on there, it's not my fault. It's Nate's sheet. It's broken. But yes, it is time again for another podcast. How you guys doing?
You know what? I finished my last day of work for the year today. You know the paying job, not this one. So I'm doing.
Well, then
I'm
you
doing
should be
really
in a
good.
good mood.
I'm. You know, it's been a cozy 4 hours, so it's only going uphill from here.
Nice.
Oh, so what? Wait, what?
Maybe
Wait
we'll
a
go
minute. Wait a minute.
uphill in about 4 hours.
Now, what are you hiding in that water bottle? I know that water is not orange.
No, it very much is.
No, I don't know. What's
It
in
looks
there?
like pee.
That-
This gives me the energy and
Is
the
that
strength
day-
to do this podcast.
Is that Dayquil PM?
It's not, but I'll tell you what, my spirits were instantly lifted because right after I got done with work, came down. There's people at my house for a birthday party thing, and I had a package. It was addressed to Brer Rocker, so that's how everybody knew it was me. At first, people who came to my house thought it was sent to the wrong place, but they made the connection, and I found it. And what was in it is, to my surprise and my delight, was the office possum. That's right. I have a cozy little possum that, he just hangs there. You can't see him. Maybe I'll put a command in Discord if you want to see him.
Goodness.
But yeah, I got an awesome
Whoa,
office
put that away.
possum now. So I'm good. I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking, Kenny.
That possum is like the "Hang in there, kitty" posters.
Kind of.
That's
Kind
like
of.
"Hang in there." You know what? I'm not going to say that because that sounds dirty. How about you, Ellen and Nate? How has your week been so far?
You talking to me?
Did you get any cool toys?
It's not Christmas
not
yet.
Christmas
I
yet.
mean, not even with time travel is it Christmas.
Well, you can. I don't know. I don't know how New York Christmas is or Frederick, Maryland Christmas is if you get
Yeah.
presents early.
Usually, if you're too early, there's a pill for that. But
You just had to work that in yourself.
Just check that off the list. All right.
All right.
Next
Hey,
in
big
horse.
old bingo.
Ha, Jinx.
Well, I got a new PC, but it wasn't a gift. I had to pay for it.
It was a self gift, the
It's
best
a-
kind of
yeah.
gift. You
Yeah, so
don't
my,
have to, you don't have to return it. It's just what you wanted.
my personal PC that work paid for roughly 10 years ago was kind of dying. So now I got a new PC with a fancy video card that is much more current than my old one, so I can actually start playing some games.
Does it runs solitaire
So
now?
which means you're going to stream.
It will run both solitaires at the same time.
Sweet.
So you're going to stream now.
Yeah, I can stream from here. For sure.
I need to get one of those
All
doohickeys.
right, well. Speaking of games, it is a great time of year. If you heard last week, or if you are in the Discord, which if you don't suck, you're in the Discord, it is the time for the AH101 Game of the Year Awards.
Ba-ding. Nice.
That amazing intro right there, brought to you by these three.
I mean, X has done better work than that in the past. I'm a little sad he kind of phoned that one in.
It was off the dome. Sorry.
Hey, follically challenged. It's not nice.
All right. But yes, let's get into this. Corey here is going to actually lead these ones, since this is mostly his doing.
Yes. So, we have been given some categories from our lovely patrons, and we're going to give our own little award show with these. And so, in lieu of other talk, which will happen later, this will be the focus of the episode, the Achievement Hunting 101 Game of the Year Award. So, the categories that we were given are which game most exceeded your expectations, and these all have to be games that released in 2020 unless otherwise specified. So which game most exceeded your expectations, which game most failed your expectations, worst game of 2020, best achievement name, most innovative gameplay system, dumbest thing you've encountered this year, which that one I'm not limiting to 2020. Like, it has to happen in 2020, but it doesn't have to be a 2020 game.
Wait, which one are we not limited to 2020?
Dumbest thing you've encountered this year. Like, it like gaming wise.
Okay. I thought I heard you wrong for a
I
second.
will probably still some patrons answer to that one because I just can't think of anything. But anyways, that one, best gaming experience. That one doesn't necessarily have to be a 2020 game, just a 2020 experience. And then most aggravating achievement / game. That one obviously will be a 2020 game, just like most of the other ones. Worst game and most exceeded, most failed. And then they actually didn't give us this, but I'm adding it right now. Adam.
Oh,
Game of the year.
Oh, boy.
I
Okay,
knew it.
easy
I
one.
told you not to do that.
Darn it.
Did you? I didn't
Yes.
listen to you.
I was
We
not
totally
prepared.
did.
All right,
You
so
yelled at L for trying to change the categories, and here you are doing it live on the show.
to be fair, I thought it was already there. I forgot. I did this. I was prepared for this one a week ago.
I know. I had.
And then, so Game of the Year will be there too.
Game of
I,
the
pe- I
years.
penciled in best game to eat a sandwich while playing, and you crossed it off. That was very rude.
So what we'll do is we'll just go down the list and everybody will give theirs. If they have an answer, we don't have, not everybody has to answer every category. I certainly don't have an achievement name to scour through, but we will start. And if you guys happen to know your stats, you can share them if you will. So yeah, in 2020, I compiled my list, and it has since grown by maybe 2 or 3. So if I count those in, I don't know what the latest 2 or 3 are, but when I compiled the list, I am at 100 and about 90, give or take a few, 190 games that I've played that released this year. Yeah, I was pretty. I wasn't expecting that much, but going through, there's been a lot of Radalaikas and a lot of East Asia softs this year. I have my completions in here too, just so I can kind of see like what game I completed versus what game I've barely played, because I think that goes into consideration when you think of, you know, a category like worst game or best game. You know, how much time did you put into it and things like that. But this was definitely the year for easy gamer score. I can just tell that by my completions here, and most of them are very quick games. But I have some good ones in there, and I think that you guys probably do too. So as we get to your answers, maybe you guys can give some of your stats as well. But I'll start us off at which game most exceeded your expectations. Now, I have 4 earmarked for this, and I definitely need to narrow it down, but off the dome, they are... Well, not really. I have these written down here. I have Island Saver, Tony Hawk, G.I. Joe, and Maneater. Now, all of these definitely exceeded my expectations. Island Saver, I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. I actually put it off because I thought it was going to be super boring, and I only played it for a specific reason, and that was a G-Task reason. Tony Hawk, I had high expectations going in, and I think that it
still exceeded it.
It still exceeded it. So it was... It's. I'm so glad that it was as good as it is and was. G.I. Joe Operation Blackout, I did not expect... Like, it's not a spectacular, awesome game, but I was expecting total garbage. And what I got was... I got like leftovers instead of garbage, you know? And then the last one is going to be Maneater. I thought I would like it, and that was mostly from other people's reviews. And I actually enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. So anyways, out of those 4, I think I have to give my expectations. Oh my gosh, I did
It's
not.
so hard.
It is so hard because they're all great games. I think I have to give it to Tony Hawk. That is the one that I know I can go back to. Not exactly all those other ones will I go back to, especially when they're done. Tony Hawk, I played 20 years ago or whatever it was, not that long, and I've played it through like 4 times already with different people, and I'm still going back and I'm still having fun. And what they did in the game, they added multiplayer, and the graphics looked really good. It just flows super well, and having such high expectations going in and still thinking that, I think I have to give it to Tony Hawk. So I'm going to move it right along to you, Fufu. Which game most exceeded your expectations?
Well, while I like that Tony Hawk most exceeded your expectations and got an award, I have 3 games that I played that were new to 2020 that I played that I fit into this category. The first of which being Hovership Havoc, which was like a roguelite shoot 'em up, as the name implies, hovership game. Cake Bash, which, you know, we've streamed a couple of times, party game, and Rigid Force Redux. So Hovership Havoc and Rigid Force Redux, both of these games, I didn't really have too much expectations, as this category would imply, going into it. I kind of thought that I would enjoy these games. You know, I like shoot 'em ups, and I figured this would just be a really just mediocre indie game, something that I wouldn't hate my time. It'd be a good 1-hour stream, and then that'd be it. I immediately deleted it off my hard drive, never to think of it again. And then Cake Bash, I thought it was also just going to be a very just whatever party game by some indie developer that I just would never care about. I like party games, but I think party games are better in a party setting, not online. But if you've listened to the podcast in any length, all 4 of us highly enjoyed Cake Bash. It was so much fun.
Corey's having a blast.
Something
Cool,
in my throat.
Corey's face. And then also Hovership Havoc and Rigid Force Redux. They have both gone on sale since. I've recommended anyone that likes shoot 'em ups to play them. I've highly enjoyed them. I've gone back to both of them a couple of times to get some achievements here and there, or honestly, just to kind of play for a little fun. Just wanted a quick shoot 'em up, and it was just that good. Yeah, all 3 of these games exceeded my expectations. If you ever see them on sale, I highly recommend picking them up. The one I would give the award to, though, I would have to say Hovership Havoc, with Rigid Force being a very close second. And I say Hovership Havoc because it's roguelike, which I'm not really that big of a fan of it. I think that genre is very meh. But I really, really enjoy this. And honestly, I don't even think TA put roguelite onto this, even though
They have
from
not.
everything
I'm looking
I
at it
understand
right now.
I was going to say, from everything I understand, this is a roguelite game, but TA never gave it that tag. I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a really good shoot 'em up. And it has hover ships I really like. Yes, Hover Stick Havoc, that would get my game, or that would give my award to.
All right. L, how about you?
I'm glad you asked. I haven't said that in a while.
Me too.
All right,
Me
yeah. Similar to you, I'm looking through my 2020 games, and I'm like, which game was this again? What is this Rattle-like a game? I don't remember the name of it. Or what is this?
Not a Rattle-like.
Yeah. But one Rattle-like a game that I did enjoy was, of course, Guard Duty. I've mentioned this one several times. As a fan of the 1995-ish point-and-click game Discworld, this game brought me back to a simpler time. But it's fully voice-acted. It's the rare Rattle-like a game that's over 1 gig.
It's over a gig.
I know,
Oh
it's
God.
amazing. You click on everything. There's good humor in the game, good puzzles to solve. So Guard Duty was one. Another one was the Where's Waldo-esque game Hidden Through Time.
Interesting.
Well, when I think of a low expectation game, like I wouldn't pick something like Tony Hawk because I had high expectations for that one. So something there I had just never heard of or had no expectations for. And this was one where the whole family would sit around and we'd all go and look at the pictures and try to find stuff. So that was Hidden Through Time. And to round it out, I would go with the other point-and-click games that came to Xbox on Game Pass. Of course, Grim Fandango and Day of the Tentacle and Full Throttle. I expected them to be good, but I probably would have never sought them out if they didn't come to Xbox and to Game Pass, so I was pleasantly surprised at how funny they all were. And I guess if I had to...
He just wants to talk about them again.
Well, I'm not going to talk too much about them, but those are the ones that came to mind. And I guess if I had to pick a winner, I would go with Grim Fandango. Is one that will probably stick with me as one that was memorable.
Nice.
So yeah.
And rounding off, Great Expectations, Koosh.
Yes. So I picked 4. But luckily some of them were already mentioned. Island Saver. Talk about no expectations. This was a free game that taught you the value of bank accounts, interest, loan sharks.
Remembering your PIN number.
Remembering your PIN number. Picking up pieces of poop and using it to fertilize seeds. This game has everything. And it was like a Slime Rancher. But it was free. And awesome. So I was really just kind of not expecting this to be as good as it was. There is DLC, which is paid if you want to get the all of the gamer score out there. But yeah, that was surprising. Then there's a little game called Cake Bash, and I was not expecting to like this at all because I tried the demo and it was not for me. The AI was ridiculous. And then I was introduced to playing games with other people, which is a... Yes. Did you know that some games have this thing called multiplayer? And it allows you to play with other people.
Sounds crazy.
It's crazy. I've not seen this too much in my many years. So it was fun to actually go out there and play the game as it was intended. Corey, that's a caveat for you. Play the game as it was intended. And not griefing. And it was way more fun than I thought. And I was not prepared for. So that was a good time. Then I had to go with Call of the Sea. And this is a late entry to the game. I was surprised. We saw this at the ID showcase. I was very very much looking forward to this game. It is a stroll playing, and I talked about this 2 or 3 weeks ago. The level of detail, the level of attention to detail, is really just kind of blowing me away in this game. I finished the 2nd level. I've started on the 3rd level. I'm trying to stay away from guides. I'm really just having fun exploring this world, and it has surpassed my expectations. I was expecting just a stroll playing, and this game is really, really working for me. And the 4th and final, The Last Campfire. This game, I talked about it as an adventure game, kind of an adventure puzzler. I had no idea what to expect. I just liked the graphics. I liked the gameplay that I saw in the trailer, and I really love that game. The story, the way it's told with no words, but just kind of it's all acted out, and it's done through in-game kind of cutscenes. It's a great game. It's I would love for everyone to kind of pick that one up as it becomes available, and hopefully the minor bugs that I stumbled upon will be fixed through some sort of updates. And for me, it's got to be The Last Campfire. Yep, that is my most exceeded my expectations, because I literally went in ground level, and this game is just great. I think it's $15 or something like that when not on sale, and it is fantastic.
Very nice, very nice.
Wow.
Throughout these, we have some patron submissions, and so I'm just going to sprinkle those in. We have one very nice voice submission that we'll play a little bit later, but this one fits in here. So when asked about Game of the Year, Jay Black said, Island Saver, surprisingly good game, LOL. Thank you, Jay Black. And I told them I'm reading these verbatim, and some of them will be read in Big L's version of our patrons' accent. It's in dialect. All right, moving right along.
I like
Elenese.
I don't have nearly as many submissions for each of these categories as I did the first ones. Hopefully, the rest will go a little bit quicker. But now we're going to reverse that one. We're going to talk about which games failed your expectations, and I'm going to start this one off with Fufu. Go ahead, Fufu.
All right, starting with me. So, when I look at the list of games that I've played, I played 46 from the year, and I completed 10. I can't remember if I said that or not. I'm making one small caveat here, because this is something that has failed my expectations. I played some crappy Ratalaika or East Asia soft games like Null Drifter or Grizzland, where going into it, I knew it was going to be crap. I hated it from the start, and I hated it at the end. And I can't say I hate it now, because I've completely forgotten about it on purpose. So I had a little bit of a caveat on this one that failed my expectations. We wound up getting a code, which almost seems sad to say, putting it into this category, but the game that least failed my expectations was Dungeons 3, the complete collection. Now, the reason why it's a little bit of a caveat, because Dungeons 3 came out in 2017, and the complete collection came out this year. So, a little bit of an asterisk. Well, otherwise, I wouldn't have anything for this category. It was just boring. Oh, man. It's a simulation strategy game, kind of management-y as well. I streamed this... Man, when did I stream this? Probably September, October, looking at when this release, or actually I can't go by that release, never mind. I have no idea when I streamed this, because, like I said, I've forgotten the game for the most part. It was just boring. I didn't like it. When I was looking at this type of game, at the trailers and whatnot, I thought, oh, this will be enjoyable. I could see me liking this game. It'll probably be a decent stream game, and it just wasn't. I tried my best not to yawn continuously throughout the stream. But yeah, the game that failed my expectations goes to Dungeons 3, the complete collection.
All right. So I have a few. Levelhead, I was super excited for. If you know what Mario Maker is, this is the non-branded version of Mario Maker where users can create their own levels, and it's a platforming game, 2D side-scrolling platformer game, and you just play these easy to extremely hard levels. And I love to watch Mario Maker streams.
Same.
Mario Maker is a fun game. I bought it on the Switch just for as much as I watched it, and I played a little bit of it, but I was super excited for Levelhead, and unfortunately, it's not the same. You can't really recreate Mario platforming without Mario, and I let that hype get to me a little bit.
You were real hyped for this.
I was, yeah. It was kind of a disappointment, and it's not a bad game, but I definitely had my expectations set too high. Along with Skater XL. Now, this was the year of the skateboarding game. I was very excited about that kind of being brought back. We had 3 major ones come out. One still in game preview, and I'm not super happy about that one. But Skater XL came out full launch, and we got that. I played it right when it came out. And unfortunately, it's not up to stuff. Fortunately, it has a super easy achievement list, except for a couple grinds, almost impossible grinds. But the game itself just does not hold up for me. I see where they're going with like the next evolution of a skateboarding game, but you can't really beat the simplicity of Tony Hawk. And I love Skate. Skate is actually probably like the middle ground now, if you will, because Session and Skater XL have these trying to be too hyper realistic sim skateboarding games where you use the sticks for each foot, and I think you're getting too much, and it's not good. And I think Skate has something where the story mode and the different areas. Skater XL is just a sandbox experiment game that you can pick maybe a handful of levels, and my hype got too tall on that one as well. And the last one is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I really didn't think about this beforehand, but just now another remake made my list, and this one I did have nostalgia for. Nostalgia glasses, man, they hit you hard, and Ty is just a game that needs to stay in the past. And I was pretty excited for it, and I even remembered some of the levels as I was playing them, but I have no desire to actually finish the game, which is kind of sad, based off how much I actually liked it back when it came out originally. And like I've said it before, when the game came out, in this day and age, in 2020, if you're going to remake a game, you have to do it right. You have to be like Tony Hawk. You have to be like Final Fantasy and actually remake the game. Crash, Spyro. I mean, those are taking the gameplay mechanics as they were and just makes the game so much better as far as visuals and, it's kind of just bringing it to the 2020. Like, they could have done that with Ty, but it feels like a port, man. It just did not meet it. But if I'm going to pick one of those for my most failed expectations, I think I'll have to give it to Skater XL. That was in a time when we were just craving skateboarding games, and when it came out, it was a little disappointing, unfortunately. So,
good answer.
Thank you. Let's move on to Koosh. Koosh, what game failed your expectations this year?
Well, let's start off with Battletoads. I was told...
Good answer.
Wow.
I was told that this was going to be an awesome return for the Battletoads crew of Zit.
Who told you that?
Zit,
First
Rash,
off.
And what's his face from...
Pimple?
Some guy at Microsoft. Was it Mike? I don't remember who it was.
Damn you, Mike.
They made it seem like it was, we were going to get something awesome. And we got something different. It's, Battletoads is a mashup of games and mini games, and you go from the first level and you're like, okay, cool. I'm playing an awesome beat 'em up. And then the second level, no spoilers, but you're playing a button mashing game. You're playing a clicker game, basically. And that to me was, that was just like, wah, at that point. And my hype went to the basement at that point. And then the next level was a driving level, I think. And I was just like, this thing is all over the place and not in the best way. So I was a little disappointed by that. Battletoads kind of let me down.
The biggest problem, sorry to cut you off, but the biggest problem with that game, the biggest disappointment was it was couch co-op only. That, to me, killed it.
Yeah.
I think if you
Online would've helped.
I think if you were able to play online, you would have gone through the game with someone, or I know I would have.
Yeah, you would have completed it, but
Didn't bother.
like he's saying, it's a jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal.
That's fine.
It's not great. Now this is going to surprise people. Carrion.
Whoa!
What?
Yes.
I can see this. I can see this.
So,
Whoa.
well, here's the thing.
Whoa.
Don't get me wrong. This doesn't mean I didn't like the game.
Doesn't mean it was a bad game.
Doesn't
either.
mean it was a bad game. I love this game. I loved it so much. I played it twice. I played the stack and I had a great time doing it. However, I see so much promise in this game. I see so much that I want this game to be. It's really, once I beat it that first time, just going through the second time, I realized I don't have to go slow. I can just maul everybody. I can just fly through this level. I can kill people left and right indiscriminately. I can murder scientists. I can destroy robots, rip off their armor, just plow through the game the second time through. What I would like to see, and what I like in my Metroidvanias, is a little more strategy, a little more technical requirement. I really like the ability that you can play it slow. You can be underneath a ledge and you can kind of like whip one tentacle around the right to like get a guard to shoot at you while you then whip your next tentacle around the left and grab a door and fling it at them or something like that, right? That would be awesome if they built the levels that way to require you to do that. If they built it so you had to use the skills particular ways to beat it, that game, in my mind, the game in my mind is so much better than what we got with Carrion. So, yeah, going into it, before the game came out, I was blown away by the game. As I played the game, my expectations for what it could have been kind of fell off. And I know it's weird to hear that, but that's honestly how I feel about the game. Love it. I had a great time playing it. It could have been so much more, and I'm hopeful that if we get a Carrion 2 or something similar from this developer, that they put more into it and it requires more from the gamer. Sadly, my third game is also a Metroidvania. Now,
I know it.
That's probably because I am such a big fan of Metroidvanias. Corey, what do you think it is?
I hope it's. I hope it's not Ori.
No, it's not.
Phew.
I was going to say, man, if it was Ori, I just want to hear Nate's answers from now on.
No.
Forget my list.
The answer is Indivisible Windows 10.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I went in with low expectations with that one.
Why?
I thought you spoke highly of this game.
I like this game. I love the art style of this game. I love the quirkiness of this game. But the combat is weird, man. It's weird. It's, as far as like RPGs and active battle systems, this is interesting, but it doesn't really evolve. You pick a couple characters, and some of these characters you just never ever use. So they didn't do a whole lot with it. But what really gets me, what really lets me down, and it's the biggest disappointment, is that the game didn't do well. Indivisible did not do well enough, and the developer went under. And
really,
yeah,
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the DLC that came out for
the console,
the console. Okay, so actually, I think it's the console that I'm disappointed about, and the Windows is okay because the DLC didn't come out for Windows, so Windows is completable, but the Xbox isn't because there's currently unachievables for the DLC. Wow. So I'm disappointed and let down by Indivisible not doing well. And being released in a state where the DLC will not allow you to get the full completion. And once again, Indivisible and Carrion are Metroidvanias, and my expectations are high, man. I want Metroidvanias to do well. These are both fun games. The one that let me down the most is Indivisible.
Wow.
Yep. I can see that. Definitely,
crazy.
You definitely have to temper your expectations, and you can definitely this kind of category lends itself to picking on your favorite genre, because typically you do go in with high expectations.
That's where your expectations are the highest. Yeah.
But like we said, doesn't mean it's a terrible game, doesn't mean it's a bad game, but your expectations just weren't met. So and that's the risk that you take.
Yeah, it's the highs and lows.
All right.
Yeah. That's crazy, because you've almost sold me on Indivisible a few times.
Well,
I've had it downloaded for the longest time.
There's fun. There's fun to be had. Played on Brookstack. There's fun to be had.
I don't care about my tag.
You should check it out. And like I said, the art is beautiful. The animation is beautiful. The combat is fun at first, and then just it's kind of a weird mashup. I still enjoy it, but it's not what I wanted it to be.
Wow.
Now, would you like Carrion better if you could jump and double jump? Or do you like the gameplay the way it is?
I like the gameplay the way it is. I like the mobility. It feels fast. It feels fast. It feels fluid. It's interesting. But I would like there to be a little more variety in what you're doing. You have so many cool powers, but you don't really have to use them except to get by this door. And that's just kind of silly. Like, I would like to be forced to play a particular way in certain sections or against certain enemies or something like that.
It also needs a map.
Yes, a map would be sorely needed.
All right, Elle, why don't you round us off for most failed expectations?
All right. So, for those of you who know me, the type of game that I like to play the most is usually 4-player co-op game. Two of these are going to fit this mold here. The first one is Totally Reliable Delivery Service. When I saw trailers for it, it looked really fun. When you play this game, it is not fun. Basically, you're supposed to go around and deliver things, but the controls are just so bad and so floaty that you spend more time fighting the controls than doing what you're supposed to do. Playing online doesn't help with these things. There's 4-player co-op, but most of the stuff you need 2 players for, and the other 2 people can't even help out. Only 2 people can really fit in a vehicle. Their controls are similar to Human Fall Flat, but Human Fall Flat, at least I could beat the first couple levels by myself. This game, I could barely do the first delivery by myself. Interesting. To me, it stood out as a mess. Thankfully, we have. You agree with me?
I agree with you. The controls are the biggest problem with this game. Is that from the outside, it looks like it's Human Fall Flat delivery.
Yeah,
and it's nowhere near as good. The sticky hands of the Human Fall Flat guys are so much better.
Actually, stick.
Yes, they stick. They're so much better than the Totally Reliable Delivery Service. When you can't pick a box up and put it in the back of a car, just naturally, and you can't put it in the receptacle where it's supposed to go easily, like right when you're there, there's something bad about those controls. And I understand they're probably trying to be frustrating, and they succeeded.
Yeah, thankfully we have Angel Waka, who has helped several of us with the Total Reliable Delivery Service achievements, but I was actually looking forward to playing it the way it was intended, and it's just not worth my time. In a similar vein, the other 4-player experience that I was having higher expectations for was Minecraft Dungeons. Now, Minecraft, of course, has a high pedigree, and this game's like Diablo. But especially at launch, it was just so bare bones and plain and not much going on. The shop master did barely nothing. They've upgraded a little bit, added a few more shops, and added a bunch of DLC levels and stuff like that. But the core gameplay leaves a lot to be desired. It would be nice if you could change classes maybe, or, I don't know, work together more. when you have more players, basically just things seem to just get a little harder, and you could revive each other. But other than that, it's just not the best co-op experience.
Interesting.
I feel like the biggest failure of that is that there's like no Minecraft in Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh yeah, there's no Minecraft. I mean, I don't know if I want to sit there and start mining things, but
I don't want to build things either, but I feel like there should be some destructibility.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
like
I mean, it
break
really
through
comes
an area.
to Minecraft that's the license, you know. It's like
Totally.
it's like if you had Kellogg's cereal mascot Super Smash Brothers. It's probably a bad game, but
That actually sounds
you're
fantastic.
taking the license of Kellogg's, so that's what you're buying.
I don't know about you, but I would love to beat someone up as Tony the Tiger.
Oh, could you imagine General Mills versus Kellogg's? Like,
Somebody make this game.
Please.
I think I was looking at something when I said that. You'll understand in the next category. Continue, well.
Tony Hawk versus Tony the Tiger versus Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Triple threat.
This sounds like fantastic games to me.
gaming gold.
Speaking of gaming gold, we have another submission that was sent in to us by MDP73. This is his actual audio. Hey, my game of the year is Rocket League. I know I'm 5 years too late, but I just found it this year and I love it. Hey, Al, you're a handsome guy. Oh, thanks, MDP. Nice audio submission.
Thank you, MDP. All right, moving swiftly along. Like we said, failed expectations does not mean a bad game. This category is for bad games. What was the worst game that came out in 2020 that you played? I'll kick us off.
Well, before you do
For
that,
me,
can we get El
yes.
to pick which one of the two was the worst? Because I don't think you said Totally Reliable Delivery Service or Minecraft Dungeons.
I guess TRDS, because that's unplayable for me. At least Minecraft Dungeons I play. Debatable if you ask my teammates, but I could at least play that one. And
His son can play that.
my son does play that one.
All right.
Gotta farm stuff somehow. So anyways, back to worst game. I have two contenders here. The first one is a quote unquote easy game here. And so this one appeared on my console as it was bought by my game share partner, which happens to be Brer Elroy, if for those who don't know. And he loves his 0 to 1 hours, and no matter how bad they might be. And sometimes they are just a little too bad for me. And this one came out in April, and it is called Horror of the Deep. You can just say Horror of the Deep. That's how he goes by it, and it works. And this game was such trash that you could barely see what you're doing, and you just got to get from like point A to point B. Best I can remember. I did not complete this game. It is it only has 1,098 TAD, so it's quote unquote that easy. But I can't get past it, and it's just a terrible game. It's kind of like it reminds me of those Outbreak games. It's very dark, and you're just walking, and you can't do very much. I don't know. There's not much to that game. The other game on my my contender list for worst game, it actually kind of could have went in the previous category because I did have some expectations in it, and that is a game called Bounty Battle. And so this may be when the Kellogg's thing came into mind, because Bounty Battle takes the Super Smash Brothers formula but puts indie game characters into it. And most importantly, it takes a lot of Vayner characters into it. We got Juan from Guacamelee. We have Owlboy. The Dead Cells dude is in there. Blasphemous dude is in there. Like, that is really cool, and I was kind of pumped to play it. And unfortunately, it was very, very boring and kind of difficult. Like, I could not even beat the tournament, which was like 5 different stages of one character. And during that mode, I couldn't even pick my character. I had to start with one of their original ones and kind of go from there. The only time I could play as an indie character was playing against the computer. I do not even think it had online play, and the achievements were not great. Kind of a grind. I actually I'm looking it up now. 4 people have completed it. So it is completable. So that is good. But I have no idea how they did it. There's a lot of grinds, but you gotta actually complete the tournaments, and some of those seemed really bad. Only 154 starters on the thing, and it's very expensive, $25. You can't really do that to an indie game unless you know it's going to be great. I did notice that they just put out an update, so it seems like they're taking some feedback. So I'm not sure how much it's improved, but it was not a good game. And if you want that, I have a code for it that I could probably give away. So if there's any interest, maybe I'll do a little giveaway. But anyways, if I had to pick worst game out of those two, I'm going to go with Horror of the Deep. It is just terrible. I don't know who would play it other than my lovely game show partner, Elroy. And I do not really suggest it to you. Anybody's listening. Although 18 people, including myself on my friends list, have played it. Most of which have completed it.
Sounds about right.
So it's probably just me.
With this crew.
Yeah. So, Koosh, if you are ready, tell me the worst game you played this year.
Yes, let me turn off Destiny.
God,
phone. Well, I'm doing a Game Pass quest where all I do is launch Destiny 2 on my phone, and then I'm done. And
so Destiny 2 is the worst game you played this year.
Yes, it's
Freem is going to be very mad in 4 months.
Descended from Halo, so of course it's garbage.
I'm very mad now when I hear this.
All right, worst game I've played. Oh boy. So a Vayner, barely. Grizzland was not good. It's black and white, and it reminded me of Adventure slightly, but the combat was so bad. When you have to attack, your sword is garbage. Most of the times it hits you, or it seems like it hits you and does damage, and it doesn't hit the enemy, and the enemy doesn't bounce back. They bounce forward into you. It's the worst combat ever. So yeah.
Wow.
I did not like Grizzland.
Did that game come out this year?
I don't blame you. Yes.
It was pretty early this year.
Looks
February.
It looks like it came out in.
I thought it was January.
It looks like it came out in 1920.
No, it was on my collection as 2020, and it was not great.
Wow.
Yeah, February 26th, and just to note, the Vayner tag got removed.
Oh well, okay,
What?
I'm happy about that.
Okay.
What?
I mean, it's not great. I mean, E.T. looks fantastic compared to this. And that was Grizzland, and don't play this unless someone makes you. Or in a contest makes you. The second game,
I feel that.
Oh gosh, this game is so bad. I did not enjoy this. I was hating my life for the entire half hour or however long I had to play it. That is Skate Master Checo. Don't check it out. Yeah, it was not great. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. The skating, which is in the name, was not great. The screen forces you from left to right. It's constantly scrolling. You kind of have to keep up with it. The jumping is floaty and bad, and enemies are cheap.
It looks horrible.
Enemies are cheap. They pop out of nowhere. And the other game in this series, the Skate Master Checo or whatever, Checo's Castle or whatever, looks so much worse. So I am probably never going to touch that one based on how much I disliked Skate Master Checo. And that is my worst game of 2020.
Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it, and maybe it's not as bad. It just left a horrible taste, and I just did not enjoy my time at all.
Now, if a game is a runner type of game, but you're on a skateboard, what do you call it?
Ooh.
A skater? A skate-turner?
Yeah, El's turn. Go ahead, El.
Pile of crap? An ulcer? There you go. A good one.
So yeah, what harsh words do you have for games this year?
I love all my games.
Doubt.
That's a lie.
Except. I don't know. It might be kind of harsh to pick a bunch of Red-a-Leica games, but
I don't know about
I
that.
did find some good ones. So I don't think it's unfair to pick some bad ones. The first one that comes to mind was Rush Rover. I didn't like that one. I barely remember any of these, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. Another one was called Thunderpaw. I mean, it's just such plain games. And the achievements give you no reason to play them. But I mean, it might not be fair to pick some of these visual novel games because you're supposed to, I don't know, actually read them. But A Hero in a Garden.
Give us some context. Yeah, give us some context. How long it took you, maybe? Because, I mean, that does come into play with some of these. Because I thought about that. Visual novels, but you don't really play them, do you?
No.
It's hard to judge them.
It is hard to judge them, but I wanted to talk about A Hero in a Garden because that was the one that made you have to wait there for fruit to grow and stuff like that. So even if you were playing normally, you would still have to sit there and wait. And wait. And wait for these fruit to grow before you can do anything. And it took me about an hour. Or something like Blind Man took about 8 minutes. And yes, I know you're supposed to really read them, and I'm totally going to go back one day and definitely check them out. Not. But, yeah, I think A Hero in a Garden is the worst one for me. I mean, normally when I play these games, I know what I'm in for, and I can't really fault them. They're playing on your nostalgia with some of these platformers, and some of them play well. You know, there's some good games like 0000 and Duck Souls and stuff like that, but these ones... I don't know,
it's a good game.
I like them.
I did not like 0000.
Well, because you suck at games, but I liked it.
Genre and skill, they all play a factor. And even stuff like visual novels that we don't really play as intended, or playing them to the achievement list for an achievement podcast, it's perfectly valid to judge them on that. So
I admit that it's not fair. Completely fair.
Sure. So was that your worst game?
Yeah, I think.
What's your
Hero in a Garden?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. A rat made the list for worst game. Kenny, why don't you round us off? You don't have, how many games do you have? Nobody's shared their stats. How many games have you played that came out in 2020? I imagine it's one of the smallest lists. Yes.
Okay, I swear I just said this.
He did say.
Did he?
Okay. He played 4 games and completed 1, I think he said.
Jesus. Times 10. On both.
I see now. 47.
I played 46.
46.
And completed 10.
Very good.
I was going to say, I could have swore I said that, but if I didn't...
Maybe you said it when I stepped away.
Okay.
No.
So, I can't necessarily disagree with you on your worst pick, because that made my list as 1 to 2 games that I have in a category for worst game. A Hero in a Garden was just awful. There's just nothing to that game. And what really makes it even worse is if you didn't know that you can save the game and get all the different endings, because that's the thing. There's multiple endings. You might have to do that same god-forsaken loop and waiting. I think it was 9 times?
And waiting.
Yeah. If you didn't watch a video beforehand or read a walkthrough, you would have had to sit through that game 9 times. Horrible. The other game, which coincidentally is another rat, Foxyland 2.
I knew you were going to say that.
Man.
I wanted to say that, so I'm glad you did.
That was by far not the worst.
By far.
Like a game.
I have 2 words for this game. Fuck you.
I have 2 words for this game. Dessert possum.
Horrible. It's so bad.
A button. Fix the A button.
It's so bad. You're going to hear about me talk about this game in a little bit. I hated this game. And honestly, Foxyland 2 gets my Toilet of the Year award.
That's not a real award here.
Whatever. It's my award. I hate that game. I prefer A Hero in a Garden over Foxyland 2 because at least if I Hero in a Garden, I can sit there and watch TV or, play another game or something, or just nod off for a few minutes while waiting for my godforsaken fruit to grow back. Foxyland 2, I actively had to hate the game. At least if I Hero in a Garden, I could passively hate it.
Oh, I think I see the problem. I'm looking at your achievement list, and you did not get to the dessert possums, so I see.
That's how much I hated it. I got to the...
That's the real turning point.
What? It was a wolf, and you're like down in his cave or something like that, and it had all the rocks falling on you.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Wolf Jacks.
Yes. I hated it. Oh my god. I almost threw my controller again. Terrible game. Screw you, Fox in it too.
I would imagine if you can't beat that, then the 600 other people who can't either might have the same feelings.
Terrible.
All right, moving on to a user submission. We have Alex R. Davies. He came down with his game of the year. He says, hands down, 2020 release of the year for me is Crosscode. Now, I did not partake in Crosscode, at least not yet. It's a long game. It's RPG, but it has an almost 4-star rating with over 9,000 started players, so that's pretty good. However, I see the first achievement says complete chapter 1 with 2 P's in chapter, so it already gets a -1 from L.
I'm looking at that now.
Anyway,
that's amazing.
That's okay. That's okay.
If you're pointing out
typo
a
there.
spelling error, it must be really bad.
Little
It quite
typo,
is.
but that's all right. Crosscode.
More like-
nice one, Alex.
More like Crapter. No, I see that one. Yeah, that one I kind of stare at every day because it shows up on my... I moved that one to the internal because it's Xbox Series 1 enhanced.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's all
Xbox Series 1.
Xbox.
Have you started it?
No, but I stare at it because
Okay.
it's up there in the alphabet, so it's up near the top. I don't have that many games on the internal. I think, is it Play Anywhere? No, okay, maybe I'm imagining things. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I want to play
agreed.
it.
Okay, let's. What is the next category here? We have best achievement name. I have an easy answer for this. I did not pick one. Everybody, I did not pick one. This is a common one for the TA Game of the Year hub that they send out, it was just sent out this past week. And they make it easy for me. They show me all of the lists, and I can even pick by game, and I can see the little drop down. But I don't have time to sort through 200 game lists and find a funny achievement name or anything like that. So I did not pick one. So I can't see your list. Did anybody pick a best achievement name that they would like to discuss?
I have 2.
Oh, 2. Interesting. Go ahead.
So, first one is complete chapter 1 from Crosscode. That was a late submission, but I like that one a lot. But no.
That goes with the dessert possum.
My actual one that made me laugh, I actually got a giggle out of this on stream when I streamed this game a while ago, was from the game Little Big Workshop. The achievement name is Generic Furniture Company, and the description is Unlocked Swakia.
What?
Oh, like
Instead of
IKEA.
IKEA, it's
So funny,
Swakia
so
because it's
funny.
from Sweden. I got a chuckle out of it. There wasn't a whole lot in this one. It was hard to find ones from 2020. Ton from 2019 I could have picked. But from 2020, this was the one I got a chuckle
Really?
out
You
of
can
when I
pick one
read
from
it.
2019 as well? I just think it's just too broad of a category.
So when I was going through my list, and it almost made the 2020 mark, but the Halo Reach for Master Chief Collection came out December 3rd of 2019. And in there's a couple of good achievement names.
You got
some
one?
witty ones.
You got one off the brain there?
You can kick it to someone else.
Off
I can
the
find them real
dome.
quick.
Eller Koosh, did you guys want to scour your list for that? One single achievement name?
Well, did I want to? No. Did I
Did
do
you?
it?
How about that?
A little
No.
bit. I did.
Okay.
I did
A little
about
bit.
half of the year, and I said, "What am I doing with my life?" And instead, I picked games that had fun lists of achievement names rather than just a single achievement. And what I came up with were 3 games that I think do a great job of, number 1, having fun achievements, number 2, having fun with achievement names. And those are Cake Bash, New Super Lucky's Tale, and, Corey, you're going to kick yourself, The Messenger.
See, the Messenger is like a weird line with me. It technically came out the other year.
Well, The Messenger on Windows 10
the
for
console
PC
version.
for Game Pass.
The console version came out in 2020.
Okay,
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So what it's on my sheet for 2020, so I picked it. I'm Ron Burgundy. So so The Messenger has great descriptions and titles, and I couldn't pick just one because there's thousands. How are you going to do that? And they just don't stick out. But combined, those games, Cake Bash, The Messenger, and New Super Lucky Sale, just have great lists.
Okay. Nice. Worth checking out then if you are interested.
I came up with the game Freedom Fighter. Oh, man.
That one, like, I looked at it and I just said, well, I remember it having some fun stuff. I think I actually picked that for my TA one.
I mean,
which achievement specifically?
There's a lot of them.
There are. That's a punny game.
Yeah, you have No Respect, which I assume is named after my boy Rodney Dangerfield. You have Holy Fuke, Fuke. Big Balls, Yuri Gonna Die.
I see one is Poo Poo Pee Pee.
Well, I was going to get to that. Poo Poo Pee Pee is a 1 gamer score achievement, so kind of a little troll. But to even up your gamer score, what did they put in? But of course, a 69 gamer score achievement.
We know your type of humor is very evident in this list. So.
I don't understand what you're saying. So this one's called Good Man, and apparently the achievement description is the game just called me a fuck stick. I have not gotten to this part of the game, but I would like to.
2021.
And then these colors don't run for destroying the cock sauce factory. And for the wrestling fan of me, there's an achievement called I Am a Real American. Who should probably get that one at least?
I am a real American.
Is that Kurt Angle?
Sure. Fantastic.
Kenny, did you find your 2019 achievement name?
Give me one sec.
Again,
okay, moving on.
Corey.
Are you playing
Corey,
Destiny 2?
wait a minute.
Son of a...
Corey, who's the most famous wrestler of all time, would you say?
Wait.
Brother.
Hulk Hogan.
Brother.
There you go. Kenny, who would you say?
Wrestler. The Rock.
All right, you see, those are very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, that was Hulk Hogan's theme song.
Corey,
in the
I'm kind of
80s.
surprised you didn't pick one from Leisure Suit Larry.
Well, so this is the thing, like 2020, Corey, like I don't really like look at the achievements in that aspect so much. I look at the description and I look at the guide. I don't get tripped up on what it's called most often. I notice if there's like fun art, but I'm looking at the TAD right now. And
now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You said 2020, Corey. Is 2021 Corey going to be different?
Nope.
Okay. I thought 2021 Corey
At least he's
wasn't going to
honest.
look at as many guides. Doubt.
I don't really know what is in store for 2021 Corey. I will probably be more of the later half of 2020 Corey, which is playing just as much as I can, and much as I can as far as like indie games go, just experiencing them all. So yeah, completions are on the low end of the stick for me. Fufu, do you still need more time?
No, I found it.
Okay.
Halo Master Chief Collection has a lot of achievements. The one that gave me a giggle was quicker than reading the book. From Halo Reach, beat the par time on Exodus.
Okay.
The Book of Exodus in the Bible. It's a long book.
So Master Chief Collection.
You beat the.
I believe you.
You beat that level faster than reading the book. It made me laugh when I unlocked it.
Are we just picking like funny achievement names from any game now that came out whenever?
Well, I mean,
Well, no, that was
was
one that came out in
close.
2019 that he was asking.
Oh,
It was just on that. It was just on the border.
I mean, some would say that the month or two
I unlocked it in 2020.
before the end of the year should be valid. Some people say that. So
because
Like
Kenny,
next
I found one that you would appreciate, Kenny, in Forza Horizon 4. It's a Halo reference. It's called the Noisy Cartographer. It's for filling out the map, finding all the roads.
That's
so
good.
Drive down
I like
every
that.
road. Yeah, so I thought you would like that one. And there's
All
actually a Halo section of the game which I did not know, but more on that later.
You didn't know that?
No,
Wait, all right.
For
quick,
4?
quick tangent.
oh yeah, the showcase, yeah.
Yes, go play the Halo showcase in Forza Horizon 4. It is so good, especially you as a Halo fan. L, you have to
yeah,
play it.
I just did that recently. I didn't know it existed.
Oh, okay. I thought you haven't played. I was going to say it was great.
He was singing the praises.
I had to play it for my game
I was
share
singing
partner.
along with the song.
She could not get through the cave.
It's too bad.
Well, it's not a natural formation.
Well, you know what is a formation? Not this, but we're going to read it anyways. Community member Retro Chief. Wait,
Oh,
so
wait,
we
that's-
asked.
wait, ooh, ooh.
Hold on. We asked this twice.
Oh.
The first time he said, only one I even played a little of is Tony Hawk. And then we asked again, and so he sent in a voice submission. I guess he forgot about this one. And El, why don't you play his voice submission?
All right, I gotta go find it in my my notes. All right, hitting play. Hey y'all, this is Retro Chief. I gotta go ahead and pick Carrion. Enjoyed it the most out of them 2020 games I've been playing. And don't forget the accent, Big L. Oh, I mean that's not part of it. Behind that one is Tell Me Why, which isn't saying it was good, just better than that other 2020 hullabaloo I've been playing. And Big L, you're one of the smartest people I ever known. Oh, thank you, Retro Chief. That was a great submission.
How does he feel about French fried taters, though?
Them's be delicious.
man.
Oh boy, this is going great. All right,
Thanks for all submission, guys.
we're not done yet, but we're moving swiftly on again. Most innovative gameplay system. I like this question. This one makes you think out of the box a little bit. And I don't want to steal anybody, so I'm going to make Koosh go
Oh, you can
first.
steal mine. Wow. Ooh, I see what you have. Yeah, I didn't have that one. So for me, well, I will say one. Bartlow's Dread Machine. I was really looking forward to this at the showcase, and I still think it's a super cool concept, and it's executed super well. Everything being inside of an old-timey tin-type machine where everything is real and has gears and pulleys and all kinds of stuff behind it. Very cool systems, and they went with it. Like I was saying in Bartlow's, one of the things that just shows you how steeped they are in this, being a real game, is when the thought bubbles come up. They're actually like Price is Right. Price is Right? No, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune style, where like they'll like flip down and they just keep flipping as the new text comes up. That's super cool. They could have just done it as a text bubble, but they did it as a physical text box that rotates. Much quicker, because I took way too long with that one. Carto. I don't know if you've played this. It's on Game Pass. This game, you unlock pieces of a map, squares on a map, and you can rotate them and move them, and you actually have to do that. Some people will tell you, oh, well, my house is near the lake. So you have to assemble a lake out of the 4 pieces of the map that you have, and then at that point, the house becomes visitable on the map, and you can then move it around at that point. Very cool system. I don't think I've seen that anywhere else before. I could be wrong. Moving on. Moving Out. This is a fun game. Like, who thought that moving furniture would be fun? Normally, when someone says, hey, do you want to come over and move some furniture? I say no. I say, but you can have my truck. And Moving Out was super fun. Loved it. I want a Moving Out 2 or some DLC. And finally, Katana Zero. This game, where you are, and I talked about this weeks past, the fact that the game is super fast, it's, as soon as you die, you can start immediately over, and you then can watch your entire run through this level. Very cool execution, and I loved it. So I would say I got to go with Bartlow's. You know, they went for something and they saw it all the way through. So I think that is the coolest, innovative gameplay system.
Nice. Yeah, it actually made my one of my 2 contenders for most innovative gameplay system. However, I'm a little sad at myself that I didn't think of something like Moving Out. That was such a good game, and it's a game that I was ready to play the stack. I'm glad it had a stack. Some of those games come out that you can play twice, and you don't want to. But that one definitely fits the mold. Kind of the same with Carto. It is very interesting. So I'm glad you included those. But for mine, like I said, Bartlow's was one of it for all the reasons Koosh just mentioned. The other one was a recent game, Fogs. And when have you ever played a game that you control one? I know there's games that you control 2 things with like a singular, mechanic, kind of like Brothers, right? You're controlling like 2 brothers, but they're kind of, they're individual. When Fogs, it like puts them together and you have to stretch and figure out how you're going to get places with these different puzzles, and maybe you got to climb a wall. How are you going to climb a wall when you have no appendages? You just got your mouth. It's crazy. So yeah, easy win for me. Fogs gets most innovative gameplay system. Mr. L.
You, my friend.
No, not dumbest. Most innovative gameplay system.
I gotta say, you, my friend, are a jerk and stole my answer.
I'm glad I went first.
I also picked Fogs, and I have no other contenders. That's the one that comes to mind for me.
Yeah, I'm going to blame recency bias on that one.
There is some recency bias, but I haven't played it alone. I've been playing with my daughter, and it's just so fun and fresh to play a 2-player game where you're ostensibly controlling the same character.
Do you try to play with 1 controller, or do you do 2 controllers?
No, use 2 controllers. You could do 1. That sounds like a fun time. Not. Yeah, so I basically make her take the lead. Otherwise, we'll be pulling each other all over the place. And it's definitely some bias there. My son's been into gaming for a while now, but she's not really as into it. But she looks forward to playing this one with me, so it's been a fun time. It does have 2 votes
for Fogs.
It does have online. I gotta give
does it?
Yeah, I gotta give Coat.
Nice.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I gotta give Coat Sing credit. Fogs has online, and Cake Bash has online, because Cake Bash would normally be the type of game that would come out with local only.
So let me just get this straight. Fogs has online, and Battletoads doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was my next point. Yep.
Makes sense.
I was going to say, good job, Coat Sing. You just need to get a Kick Bash into Game Pass, because there's only like 200 people with it, and that's a shame.
It really
Fox
is.
has a few thousand now, at least, now that it's on Game Pass. And I think once people discover it, they will like it.
Definitely.
I agree.
Kenneth, what is the most innovative gameplay system that you found this year out of your 46 games?
So, the most innovative gameplay system, I thought about this almost right away. And that is every single Ratalaika visual novel. They made it to where I didn't even have to play a visual novel to get my 1,000 gamer score.
That's something.
You.
That is something.
I'm not a fan of visual novels, so being able to load up a visual novel, 10 minutes later have 1,000 gamer score for whatever contest I'm in, perfect.
Let me introduce you to my friend Zidalon with their new model of innovative gameplay by not playing. It's great.
Just wait a couple categories.
It really is.
Wait a couple categories.
I was actually going to mention Cold Silence for the achievements because I didn't want to harp on the English as a second language, because that's clearly why they're the best achievement titles.
All right. Well, moving on to an interesting an interesting category. I'll wait on mine, and I'll kick it to Elle first. You haven't gone first yet, Elle. Go ahead.
Oh, are we talking about the best gaming experience?
No, the dumbest thing that you've encountered this year in gaming. Then this does not have to be a 2020 game. Just dumbest thing, if you have anything.
All right, going out of order.
No, that's the order I have. You must be looking at a different order.
The doc.
That is not
I'm
the
looking
order
at my sheet.
but that's fine. I was actually going
All
to
right, dumbest.
I was actually going to gracefully talk about the Zidalon games. Oh my god! So we have gems like Aborigines and Castle of No Escape 1 and 2 and Mushroom Quest and Smart Moves. I didn't even play half of these, but so all of their games went from 1,000 gamer score to 2,000 gamer score. Okay, great. But the way they went about it, by adding achievements where you just collect one item and get 200 gamer score and not extending any gameplay, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And I know some people are going to love it, but I don't. I played Smart Moves. Yeah, I'm not going to say I didn't play them because I did. I have access to them, so I'm going to play them. The title updates have been worth great score for GTask. And yeah, so here they are, Smart Moves. Apparently the original list was to beat the game. How novel. Now you can just play the first level, and there's achievements for opening chests and killing snakes, and you could just do that in the first level or two. You could just die on purpose and keep doing it over and over, and the game counts it. It's not 40 individual chests. You could just do the same one over and over.
Or you can do that a little bit, advance to stage 3, and then figure out how the heck do you attack things? Because I was killing snakes, and I don't know how. I figured it out.
You basically have to make
you have to open the chest.
Yeah, you have to make it so it has to do with the moves.
That's an interesting one. Zidalon definitely shook up the achievement world this year, and whether you like it or not, whether you feel it's the best thing that happened this year or the dumbest, like some may, that is technically, that's a game. A dumb thing that you might have encountered.
I
So
don't like it. Cold Silence even.
I want to kind of go next, and that's because I also echo Elle's thoughts that the gamer score value drop, I also agree, is the dumbest thing that's happened this year, with all of the basically do nothing, get 1,000 achievements lists that have come out.
I think that it started last year, though. Like,
it really did start last year, but it picked up
with
pace like
crazy.
Like
Stage Soft and other publishers. Just sometimes you putting out quick gamer score.
It would at least be an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that, and I think the biggest thing is
or some actual gameplay.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is the title updates. Well, maybe that's the second biggest. Maybe the biggest is actually updating achievement lists, which I think Zidalon has come into our Discord server. It's actually been pretty fun to see them interact with us and have conversations with us, like meaningful conversations. And it seems like they will not change an achievement list ever again after Cold Silence went down.
And Smart Moves
they are,
and Pixel Gladiator.
Yeah, those didn't get as much as much heat as Cold Silence did, but Cold Silence was actually difficult. It doesn't seem like title updates are definitely a thing they're going to be trying. It helps with their sales, as they have let us know. But yeah, gamer score is.
Of course it did.
I mean, that's why we have TA. It helps us differentiate, but sometimes not even that is telling you difficulty. I mean, look at Minecraft and look at some of these title updates that come out. People kind of forget about the game, or I don't know why they have as much gamer score as in TA as some of them do, but it's crazy.
Yeah, and I realized I just praised Radalika for the visual novels because I don't actually have to play them, but at the same time,
yeah, you did.
It really makes gamer score even more meaningless than what it once was. And I know we've talked about this a lot, so don't necessarily need to rehash the same thing, but just with all the title updates, the adding 1,000 for doing nothing, it really has devalued something that didn't hold a lot of real value to begin with.
Sure. What about you, Koosh? Anything?
Yes, a developer not Googling the name of their game that they're going to publish. Octonaut putting out a game, not knowing about the kids show Octonauts, and then having to change the name of their game to Takotan, meaning octopus, I believe, in Japanese. That's kind of silly. And then the top stupid move, dumbest thing that I've encountered this year, Control Ultimate Edition not being automatically upgraded to the super duper graphics. That is just silly. Everybody else is doing it.
Yes.
Everybody else is doing it. But, 505 Games, my understanding is that Remedy, probably would have done it, but it was really 505 Games that said, no, you're going to have to buy this again to get the series enhancements. That is stupid. I think they're the only one that I can think of that did that this year. And man, yes, take my money. Yes, but dumb. But I'm going to give you my money. But dumb. I'm dumber because of them. Is what I'm saying. So yeah.
Man,
there's actually a few games that are like that, where if you want that Series X or PlayStation 5 graphical jump, you have to buy the next gen experience. A lot of is courtesy of EA, so your 2K and Madden and Call of Duty's one as well, where you have to buy the next gen along with, if you bought it on the Xbox One, you have to buy the Series X version as well to get the nicer version.
Not to kick them while they're down, but what I've heard from a lot of other podcasts is that, that's like the biggest, what did Microsoft call it? Smart delivery? Smart delivery sounded dumb when it first came out. It was like, whatever. But it ended up being great. It was great for developers, I guess, but it's super for players, because we don't have to think about it. You buy the game, you get it, it plays on all the systems. Whereas on PlayStation, people are trying to play Spider-Man and they're like, geez, it doesn't look that great, because it's playing the old version. It's not playing the new version, and you have to go spend $20 to upgrade. So yes, I agree.
Well, and Control does... it's a little different because they released the Ultimate Edition, which will have the Series X enhancement, but that's not slated until next year. So you already have to buy the new version, but it's not available yet.
Yeah.
Like, you still play the quote unquote backwards compatible version.
Dumb.
So it's a little bit more dumb, if you will.
The only thing that would make it not be dumb is a stack. If they stack it, then I can say that's a little less
that
dumb.
Will help.
Yes, I will feel a little bit better about that.
Luckily for me, I was a holdout, and I took advantage of the big Xbox sale and got the Ultimate Edition for like $20, which includes 2 DLC packs. So even if it is one list, I think I got a good deal. But for early adopters, that stings.
Yeah, if there's one list, you win. So.
Yeah, you guys clearly had better answers than I was able to come up with, which was nothing. Because I read Freem's answer. This was one of Freem's categories, and his answer was just kind of good. And like, I focused on that, and I couldn't think outside the box, unfortunately. So I'm going to read his answer. And so when he was talking about dumbest thing encounter, he didn't necessarily mean the worst thing. He just thought overcomplication was dumb, and he brought it back to the DayZ days, where if you played DayZ with us, I'll go into that a little bit more, but the gameplay of DayZ is so hyper realistic. It's obviously a shooter type game, but you have to pick up the box of bullets on the ground. You have to open the box of bullets, remove the bullets, put the gun in your hand, put the bullets in your hand, load the gun, and then equip the gun in order to shoot the gun. That's a little dumb, if you ask me.
Now, that would be cool in a VR game where everything is done with your hands, but like, you don't have VR. That's really dumb.
Yep.
Yeah.
That definitely Jason is very dumb.
I got one more I just thought of.
Sure, go ahead.
That might actually top this. Launching a AAA game that doesn't work on consoles. Looking at you, Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah, Cyberpunk is pretty dumb right now. With
I can't
everything going on.
I didn't think of that, or none of us thought of that. That's pretty dumb. Selling a game that functionally doesn't work on a console.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation for itself. Maybe we'll dive into that one day here soon. But Carpe Adam, he sent in something. Was this a voice?
Oh yeah,
You have the voice file. Yep.
Yeah, this was a voice one. Let me go look that one up. This is Carpe Adam. The game I want to talk about is Active Neurons. I just felt the puzzles were creative and fun to solve, and it's very accessible because there is a hint feature that will show you how to do it if you don't feel like you can figure it out on your own. Editor's note, I don't think anyone would abuse this feature. Back to Adam. I enjoyed solving the puzzles myself and worked my way through the achievements naturally. Active Neurons 2 is more of the same with new twists added. I'm enjoying it as well, but I'm not through it enough to say if I like it better. And I gotta say, Big L, you are awesome at Rocket League. Oh, man. Thanks, Adam. You are a swell guy.
Man, our patrons just love you, El.
Thank you, Adam.
Amazing.
All right. Well, moving on to the one I apparently skipped over. We're going to go with best gaming experience. Again, this does not mean the 2020 game. It just means the best experience you had in gaming in 2020. And I'm going to pick one that we just mentioned, DayZ. And I might have a little bit of a different experience than everybody else who probably had a good experience, I hope, with DayZ, no matter how dumb some of the gameplay mechanics are. But I've talked about it on the podcast before, and I think it's we're worth mentioning for a gaming experience because for me, I took the ability to create custom servers, and this was not on my own intuition or own knowledge per se, but we saw that it was an option. Another server kind of came open, and probably a couple of them, to be honest, and that you can change settings. You pay for the server, you kind of rent it out, and I kind of saw this as an opportunity to just do some learning on my side, but as well as take control. Yeah, we could have filtered people through that server, and it's not about promoting the show or anything, but I felt that the more control we can have over the server, the better we can make it for people. And I spent probably 6 to 8 hours working on this thing, messing with the files on the back end. And I do have to say, from everything that I was reading at the time that this was going on, people using some of these other servers that popped up first, they were good servers, but you still had to do some work. And I think that I am tooting my own horn a little bit, but I think our DayZ server was it has to be the best one that was around to get completions. I think if I remember correctly, we encompassed maybe 60 completions from that game. It's still a very high rated TA game. I think people had fun boosting it. There was a lot of people who helped despite being done with the game, which was awesome to see. And it was just fun time getting together and helping each other out. And for me, making something, quote unquote, making something that people seem to enjoy, and it did its purpose. And even after we rented it for a month, we even had somebody come in and say, "Oh, here, I'm going to pay for another month. Keep it up," and it's a thank you, and as to use it, obviously. But that was probably my best gaming experience this year.
I was just going to ask about that. If you remembered, if it was Beer Me, I'm pretty sure it was Beer Me.
I think it was Beer Me. Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
But that was cool.
What a guy.
Drunk bastard.
He also bought 3 sewing machines when he paid you for that. But
That's true. Fufu, do you have a really good gaming experience this year?
Oh, man, do I have a good game? I have 5 that honestly just popped into mind.
Let's hear them all.
That really just... I'm sorry, not 5. I can't count. 6 that really popped in mind when I read this category. Cake Bash with the 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
God, it was so much fun. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, just reliving the nostalgia and also playing it with you guys, not Nate, and some of the community. Good. The 2 Halo 3 annual runs that I did, so much fun. Not going to beat on that drum again. Corey and I kicking Nate and L's asses in the completion challenges for the CCC early on.
Can I edit this week?
I want a rematch.
That's a hard offer to pass up on.
We'll just start mentioning it at the top of every show.
The Borderlands 2 completion was that was fantastic for this year.
What year was? Oh,
that was great. But the one that I really think I have to give it to, because this just, if I never play this game again, this is going to be the one thing that will always just kind of stand out. Totally reliable delivery service. While the game was very meh and it's very not my thing, it was so much fun playing it with with Elle, Corey, and Michelle. We streamed this, I think, for 3 hours when this came out, or something like that. It was nothing but a barrel of laughs. We were laughing our heads off. We had a great time. And then one specific achievement that was what really stood out to me is the pirate's booty is put the treasure chest on the island, and me and Corey sitting there trying to fly this plane while I'm flying the plane. Corey's like holding onto the plane, holding onto this treasure chest, and I'm doing my best not to crash while trying to control this plane to get it over there. I think we have a clip on it on our Twitch, or maybe it's on our YouTube or somewhere in the Discord. It was a good time. It was so much fun.
Yeah, that was good. And it kind of, all of your answers, most of them at least, they kind of like seem to quantify in like streaming. We streamed more this year than we ever have before, and I imagine next year it will be even more. And that's kind of a good gaming experience, right? It's like streaming is fun, right? And we can make some pretty cool memories when we play together and with other people online and stuff, and people share that. So awesome,
especially when we beat the old people.
Yes, especially that. Speaking of old people, Elle, do you have what's your best gaming experience this year, bud? Grandpa.
Grandpa. Not yet. It's funny because you didn't have to toot your own horn. I was going to toot it for you. I was going to mention the...
Oh, thanks. I like it when that happens too.
I know. It usually happens only on your birthday. So the DayZ boost, which of course I was amazing at and very well. It was a very good shot, and I listened very well.
And nobody was totally flipping you off.
I can't believe that was back in May. Wow.
That long ago?
This year is just a cluster. Who knows? But yeah, that was great. You did a great job with that. The world you build. I want to say Waka did a lot of Sherpa-ing.
Oh yeah, he did a ton. He did a ton early on too when it wasn't finished. There was one point where he had to go like find the gun and finally figured out how to spawn the gun everywhere. But yeah, major shout out to Waka.
At one point, I remember that game was worth like 8,000 or 9,000 TA. Now it's still a healthy 4,000 ish. But it's still in Game Pass, so I think some people will still find it. And the other community boost I remember was when we first booted up Golf with Your Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a game that I thought about including on some of these lists, but it just didn't quite make par. Oh god, it was terrible. So yeah, Golf with Your Friends.
I actually thought that was pretty good.
10 plus people you could play with at a time, which is just awesome. There was so much fun just watching people succeed, watching people fail, and at the same time learning the maps as you went. So people would get a hole in one, and then they would say like, "Oh yeah, you hit it on the third power thing, and a little to the left," and then people would help each other out. So I think Golf with Your Friends is great gaming experience. Anything like that, all the community events that Volger's been hosting on Fridays, and all of our live shows every month. I look forward to all of that stuff and being with the community. That's my favorite stuff.
Agree.
And of course, the podcast. Even you,
do you
Kenny.
game during the podcast? You're not supposed to do that.
Come on now. That's your rule.
Now, if he's done with his Destiny Game Pass quest, Koosh, what's your best gaming experience?
Oh, I gotta mute it.
He's doing a raid.
It's still going. I'm doing a raid. I have no controller. I mean, everyone's yelling at me, but I can't type back. I don't know what to say. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Fogs at all. So I saved Fogs for best gaming experience. I loved mostly the demo. I think the demo was so well done and so polished that the game itself just seems a little bit buggy. It's a little bit of a bit of a letdown compared to the demo because they spent so much time in the demo. But the game is fun, and as long as you just kind of say, a two-headed dog, a two-headed dog that gets thrown into space. A two-headed dog that gets stuck underneath a weird lift and, you have to wiggle your way out of it. There's some weird bugs to it. But it's a fun game. I mean, it's so cute. I love the achievements. I love playing that game. That was a great experience. Now, I also have to talk about Ori.
Of course.
Yeah. People are probably wondering if I'm okay. Ori and the Will of the Wisps was, to me, 2020 was a great year because only of Ori and the Will and the Wisps alone, that would make 2020 pretty good for gaming. Just the way it took off, the scope of the game, the visual enhancements, the complexity and the difficulty curve in the game. I feel like they stepped up the escape sequences, and just the story at the end. To me, this was everything I wanted in a sequel. And if this is the last game in the Ori series, I guess I'm okay with that. I would love for them to do more, but I really liked my time with it. I set it aside as soon as I saw credits. I wanted to come back to this when I could experience again, not remembering it because I'm an old man, so I will forget in 2 weeks, and it's been much longer than that. But when I do go back, it'll be like a brand new game when I go to clean it up, and I'll be playing it on the series, and it'll be much faster. I also have to mention the Chewy's Crockpot Challenge. The way he has been setting up all these challenges and getting the community involved. You know what? He should call it that. The community whatever. That's been so good to see everybody get involved in it. And I've tried a little bit here or there, but it's crazy to see what the people in our community can do when they feel so motivated to just crush the competition. And then finally, Game Pass. Game Pass has been the best gaming experience of 2020. Last year, I think it was okay. This year has just been outstanding. The indies, that they're bringing to the Game Pass that maybe you didn't know about. There's like surprise launches of games that you just didn't know they were just there in Game Pass. I've had so much fun playing Game Pass, and getting stacks of games, Call of the Sea, Moving Out. It's the best gaming experience of 2020, I think, hands down, is Game Pass. Because you also get Ori and the Will of the Wisps in Game Pass.
You are not wrong with that one. All right, well, time for another user submission. This one comes from our good friend, Dino Bull, Dark Lord Davis.
What the fuck?
No, that was... Do not get confused. That was not Dino Bull. Dino Bull left us a very thoughtful Game of the Year message. Here it is now.
I didn't play anything that came out this year.
I'll do it again.
Wise words. Here it is one more time in case you missed it.
I didn't play anything that came out this year.
He did not play anything that came out this year. Thank you,
Dino Bull.
Dino Bull.
Nice.
All right. So we're almost
Big
done
L,
with this,
you
guys.
are awesome. Oh, Dino
2 more
Bull.
categories. Most aggravating achievement game. And I cannot believe all of you have mentioned this game. And it's finally coming up for me. Actually, prerequisite this. In my gaming time now, at least 2020, Corey, if something's so aggravating, I just stop playing it. I don't continue on to it. But most aggravating achievement / game, anything Kate Bash. Fufu, your turn. Surprise, surprise.
So
Wait a minute.
good.
You're basing that just on playing with me one time?
2 times. Technically, he played with you 2 times.
Yes.
The second time you were okay. You were a little more...
Some of those
Wrong.
achievements seem terrible. How the F are you going to perfectly roast 3 marshmallows in 60 seconds? That's impossible.
People have done it, my friend.
Hacks.
Get good.
Fufu. What aggravate? El, do you have something?
I was going to say, I self-boosted that game the other day for G-Task. And
That
got,
sounds terrible.
You just need 2 controllers. Or 4 controllers for one of them. I got the bash 8 or more wasps in a row. That one wasn't bad. The one was a little tricky. Do you remember the Bakewell Ballet one where you have to shoot
Yes.
things into the... Yeah.
The
That
center
one took
of
me the
the
longest.
tart.
Yeah, 5 perfect shots. Yeah. I got that one done. But the one I had trouble with was the mask one. I couldn't get the front of the mask off on that one. The caterpillar thing.
Well, I got that. Super
That
easy.
you need other people to assist. And I seem to remember Corey asking us to help and let it happen, and we let it happen, and this is his most annoying achievement?
Right?
I take it back.
Are you
Not
serious?
every achievement in Kick Bash is
Oh,
annoying.
okay.
Everyone with that one.
We also let you get the 3 golden berries, I believe.
Yeah, I'll see your 3 golden berries.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to my doctor about that.
That's why Jill is with you.
Okay.
What are we talking
Koosh, what really was... Back on track, guys.
Yeah.
Back on track. Look
Sorry,
how
I'm
long
just
we've
thinking about my
been.
berries.
All right. Well,
Are they turning green?
What, stop it. What is your most aggravating achievement / game this
Oh
year?
my god!
Does that have to be a 2020
yes,
game?
2020 game. Well, I did everything 2020. So, speaking of which, I should probably go back and mention how many games I have started this year, and that was 88.
Oh, that's low.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
I would have thought that was
wanted
higher.
to. That's games started in 2020 that are 2020 games. I'm sure I
Yeah.
started more than that were older.
How many server closures was that? Game Pass leaves.
yeah. That's
Server closure. Speaking of which, oh wait, not
No.
that's
Did you
not
count how
yet.
many completions you had?
no, I didn't check that. There's a bunch. They're all mostly easy ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
If you want to hear my numbers while you count, I had 74 started and 49 completed of the game.
Jeez, how am I 100 more started than you guys?
Because you play the first
I do.
2 minutes of every game.
Because
That's
He's
true.
not
because
wrong.
of Rat.
That's true.
I think I had 27 completions, and most of them were easy. The good ones, I would say, the longer ones, they're not that many. There's, 8 of those, something like that. What are we talking about here? We're talking about aggravating. Old age.
Playing with Al.
Most aggravating achievement or game has got to be. I'm gonna mention not Grim Fandango. Yes, Grim Fandango. The play it the way it's supposed to be played. The Tim Schafer play all the way to the end with the tank controls. That's a little frustrating. Maybe if maybe if it was like a quarter of the game or play it for like an hour that way or something like that. Maybe that'd be a little better. It's kind of funny, I guess, but when you go to do it, it's a little frustrating, and you remember that, oh yeah, games have gotten a lot better since then, and why do I have to play the entire game this old way in a game that literally has remastered in the title? Okay, whatever. Another aggravating, and probably the most aggravating for me that I can think of, but I forget a lot of things, is Micetopia. Man, do I hate it when a game wigs out. And this game wigged out on me. The last achievement that I needed, the last achievement I was going to get, I saved the game. I came back to the game the next day to get the last achievement, and there was a bug in the game, and it broke. The person I had to rescue was apparently already in town, and I didn't get credit for the achievement, and there was no way to get the achievement, and I have to play it a second time. Don't really want to do that. Yeah, that's annoying. When you have to play a game a second time because there's a bug, That's annoying.
That's too bad because it has like 5 of my favorite things. It's only $5. It's a Ratalaika game, 0 to 1 hour. It has a mouse as the main protagonist, and it's a Metroidvania.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good start to a game. I feel like they could build off of that. The graphics are good, but it's frustrating to have to play. After I completely beat the game, I saw end credits. I don't know. Did you see end credits?
No, I didn't.
I saw it. Exactly. Thank you.
You are not the first person that I've seen complain about this. I think this particular glitch.
So, in order to try to get around the glitch, because I was like, I just don't understand what's going on. I rolled credits. I'm not too upset about that, but I am upset that I have to play it a second time, pretty much to the end of the game to get the completion.
And hope it works.
I think I have to do it in one sitting, so I just need to find a time when I can do that.
I did do mine in one sitting.
And there isn't another server shutdown I'm chasing, so we'll see. We'll see if that happens.
Yep. All right, Fufu, you haven't told me anything annoying yet, have you?
I have not. I have 2 games that make this category for me. No, not Borderlands.
Woo!
Borderlands. 2 games, we've already mentioned that I absolutely hate them. I found them aggravating. One, once again, fuck you, Foxyland 2. And then also the other game, 0000. I hated that game. It drove me nuts. Randomly going into this, that, or the other level, jumping in and out, aggravated me, especially because some of those, like, it would put you in there, I'd go, okay, what do I do? Dead. Next level. Just, what? You didn't even give me time to figure out where I am. What do I have to do? And you kill me. No, I hate that game.
I kind of like the randomness of it. Like, you have one shot, and then you kind of got to wait for it to come back.
I could see how some people would like that. If it would have gave me, I don't know, like, let's say 2 seconds to figure out what's going on instead of 1, maybe it wouldn't have been as aggravating for me. But I did not find that game fun. I didn't enjoy it. But yeah, I'm just giving Foxyland it again because I really hate that damn game.
You should go back to 0000 once the kid's born and you have those dad reflexes. You'll be on top of it. Be easy money.
Okay, yeah, I'll stream it too when I'm on 2 hours of sleep. It'll be a great stream.
All right, guys, we are down to the final.
You're not going to ask me?
I thought you already answered. You went first.
No.
I don't remember what you said, but
because I didn't
you
go.
took over talking. Okay, what was aggravating for you this year?
You responding to me playing Cake Bash, I guess. Jeez.
That's not an achievement or a game.
Oh. I forgot what I was going to say now.
Achievement Hunting 101, the podcast, the game with Rocker Dude.
Oh my god. See, now I'm all bent out of shape. I was going to mention...
this is why you write these things down.
I did. Doubt. So, Dunk Lords was a game I really had high hope for as a big NBA Jam fan. That achievement list is just ridiculous. Well, actually, the first thing that came to mind, but it would be cheating because it didn't come out in 2020, was Untitled Goose Game, which came out in like this time last year, so it was on the precipice, so I'm going to count it. I just cannot do those speed runs.
Most aggravating thing is that it just left Game Pass and I didn't finish. I didn't go back to try to finish it.
We all did the same thing. That's very weird. Just let it go. Let it go. Just go on ahead.
All right. This is it, guys. You did not really have time to prepare for this one. So I'll go first. So Game of the Year, 2020 Game of the Year. I'm not going to go into any of these into great detail, but I had a list. It turns out my list has my Game of the Year and the top 11 honorable mentions. So I'm just going to rattle them off.
What?
Just going to rattle them off. A lot of them have already been said, but here they are in no particular order. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Island Saver, Golf with Your Friends, The Messenger. Yeah, I included it. Snaky Bus, Carry On, Crash Bandicoot 4, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, Moving Out, Foregone, G.I. Joe, Boggs, and my Game of the Year.
Oh, I know.
Man Eater.
Woo! Wow.
Man Eater. And I had to... So it came down to Tony Hawk and Man Eater. and Tony Hawk was really good. But it was something that was sort of expected. It's a remaster, and Maneater gave me that original experience. It was the perfect length of time. There was not really any grind to it. You just enjoyed every minute of it, and it wrapped it up all into one fine-tuned piece of content. And it was just great. And there's not too many games that come out that I really want there to be DLC, and I would buy it day one. And Maneater is one of those games. So that won my game of the year.
You hit on two games that I started, and I went, I'm going to like this, and I never went back to it. I need to play, and that would be Snaky Bus and Maneater. Both games I really want to play, and I really want to go back to. And hearing them as your game of the year is just like, now I really want to go play them.
Yeah, I mean, Snaky Bus is just kind of like a Snake variant game, and but it's just fun, and it's not long, and
it's dumb fun.
Good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of Maneater I played. I loved it.
So, out of what you did play, what was your game of the year, Fufu?
My game of the year was quite easy. It was the very first thing that popped into my head, and as I went through the list of games I played that came out this year, it was the clear-cut winner, Tony Hawk. It's perfect. Like, we mentioned it before, and we mentioned it multiple times on this podcast. It is a perfect remaster. They have all the original songs plus some more. It feels the same. It plays the same. It looks good. It's now like Rocket League, where it's just always going to be installed on my Xbox. I'm never going to delete it. It's just something I will periodically just come back, even if I just play it for 15, 20 minutes, just do a couple of runs, and then turn it off. I just play it for fun, not for achievements. And the fact that I have the skateboard right next to my fireplace right behind me just makes it that much better.
Awesome. Mr. KooshMoose.
Yes. So I put some games together, like you, not 11 or 12 or however many, that I think, had I played them to completion, definitely would have been right up at the top in contention for Game of the Year. Foregone, I played just a little bit. I'm saving that game. I'm saving it. I want to just dive into it when all this stuff is. So hopefully early 2021 I'll play that some more. Call of the Sea, like I said, I just started it. I'm really enjoying it. Maybe if I had completed it, it would be Game of the Year. Same with Fogs. It's like I said, it's a little buggy, but I really enjoy it. And just, the memories of playing that with my daughter are just going to be, cherished. And so I think that's going to hold a place for me. Moving Out was just so much fun. I love that game. I want more of it. That's definitely up there. The Messenger, I wish I had buckled down and played that all the way to the end. When I started playing it again, I guess on the console, because the console came out second, really enjoyed it, and I thought, why didn't I buckle down and play this all the way through? West of Dead. I just love that type of game. Roguelite, kind of Diablo-esque, but it's Western themed, so that's already plus 2 points for me. I love Westerns. So West of Dead, fun. I don't think a whole lot of people played that game. I really think more people should play it before it leaves Game Pass. But number one, it's got to be Pandemic 2. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's got to be Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That game, Game of the Year, hands down.
I never would have saw that coming.
I know.
Did you mean Pathologic
That's what I
too?
meant. Pathologic
Okay.
too. Well, that explains why no one knew what I was talking about. So Ori and the Will of the Wisps, just loved it. I was looking forward to this game for so long. And in my mind, because I saw that, to credits, I haven't gotten all the achievements. Game of the Year.
I never would have guessed that. You never even brought it up on the show.
Yeah, I know it's predictable, but what are you gonna do?
I'm actually looking to go back to Ori very, very soon. I want to hit Metroidvania's hard again next year, and that one is on my list to do hard mode, do the no death run and speed run. So I hope to get back to that very, very soon. Great game. Elle, why don't you round off our Game of the Year segment with your Game of the Year, and then let us end on our last patron entry here from Mental Knight. So take it away, Elle.
All right. I did not compile a huge list. I honestly didn't feel that there were many amazing games. Probably because I played mostly crap, and that's on me. Tend to play more easy crap than AAA games. The ones that stood out as original IPs were already mentioned, like Kick Bash and Fog and stuff like that. One that I haven't mentioned yet that I enjoyed but never really went back to was Streets of Rage 4. That was a good one. But overall, I'm going to go also with Tony Hawk. Just brought back all the feels, and my only real complaint with it is that I played it so much for 2 or 3 weeks and never really went back to it. So I wish they might have included more timed things or more, I don't know, like challenges maybe, that like kind of like how Rocket League has the weekly challenges or you know, something like that make you come back to it.
Yeah, well, you know, since we've played it, they have updated the matchmaking and the party system, so it seems to be working for me. But I think we can do private sessions now, and so maybe we should do that as a community night.
We really should. I'll admit I mean, I shouldn't let the achievements bother me, and I really don't care. But seeing that it's 100 to 120 hours is kind of like, it's bothersome. It's definitely, I guess, pun intended, it's a grind. But it's a lot of fun. Did you say Mental Knight left a message?
Mental Knight left a message, yes.
Oh, hey, everybody. It's me, Mental Knight. For the Game of the Year 2020, I was thinking maybe Kingdom Hearts 1+2. But then I thought, no, that's a dumb Game of the Year. They're just remasters. So I'll have to go with River City Ransom as my Game of the Year. My favorite game as a kid, finally with achievements. Oh, man, Big Al, you're my favorite host on Achievement Hunting 101. Wow, Mental Knight, that's really sweet of you. I also love River City Ransom. And Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, wow. You know, this brings me to an excellent point. I don't know if this is a 2020 thing or just an always thing, but a lot of the games that were the best ones were either remakes or remasters. There's Tony Hawk, there's Battletoads, there's I played recently Doom 64, NHL 94, Rewind.
Did you say Best and Battletoads in the same?
Yes, he did.
I thought so.
All right, well, that one wasn't one of the best, but the games that came out.
All of the Neketsu.
The art game. There's one actual good game that I don't think any of us mentioned, which was Tetris Effect. But that's
a little too new, but yeah,
that's another one that falls in the category of it's not a new game really. It's just an old idea made pretty. So I think we've talked about this in the past, but this is just preying on our nostalgia here.
100%.
But it works.
Yeah, but sometimes I think it's worth it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, even at Tony Hawk, it made both of years Game of the Years. It was one of my very top contenders, actually number 2, and it's like $40 full price, brand new, day one, and everybody bought it and loved it except for Koosh. And
he's never heard of it.
Wait, what game?
Let's see.
Tony Hawk.
When did that come out?
September, and it's on sale this week.
Like $19.99.
No, $29.99. Oh, you mean like release date? Yeah, it is on sale, but
so was Maneater.
Yeah, a lot of it is, and maybe we'll talk about it soon. You know, we're only a couple hours in.
Okay,
but that's AH101 Game of the Year. I'm going to throw it back to our normal host, Fufu, and to do whatever he wants with the rest of the episode.
That was a lot of fun, guys.
That was very good. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you guys have Game of the Year, just tweet us, Discord, whatever, and
Discord us.
Love to talk about it.
Yeah, let us know what you thought. Do you want to yell at us? Do you want to say that Foxyland 2 was actually your game of the year instead of the worst game of the year? Let me know. I want to tell you you're wrong and warn you in the Discord. But that's you. You do you. Well, after you guys talk about Tony Hawk and Mania, I feel like I would be shunned if I didn't just, segue into wheeling and dealing. So let's go into that, and then we'll figure out what goes from there. Let's kick it off with Corey.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, what you didn't mention is there's a big Xbox countdown sale going on right now, and it does last for a little while. Currently, it's 12 days away. What is 12 days from now? Anybody know that?
December
8, 9, 10, 11,
34th.
Yeah, that's about right. So like January 2nd or 3rd. I don't know. Get them in before the new year if you can. But the Xbox countdown sale, it's a huge sale. Hundreds of titles. If you go by the advertisement, it's over 700 discounts. And I have a couple. Most of the ones that we mentioned for like the top games we have, if it's not in Game Pass, like it's on sale. Like Tony Hawk's on sale, Maneater's on sale. Check those out. A lot of good deals in there. There's two that I specifically want to point out, and they're kind of for me. That has to be stuff that I don't see on sale all the time, and I've had my eye on them, and I just have not hit the button yet. But that is a game called Ari and the Secret of Seasons. That's ARY, and the Secret of Seasons. This is a $40 game. It kind of made my radar because it's made by Modus Games. Modus Games has a history of making decent games. So they got, they have a little bit of stuff to back them with. But this is an action adventure game. It just came out in September, normally $40. So half off is a good deal. I don't know what to compare it to. Koosh, is this a Zelda game?
It does seem like a Zelda game. Yep.
Yeah. So if that tickles your fancy, like it does mine, this is probably almost a guaranteed purchase. And with that, I do want to put out there, if you're a Microsoft Rewards person, there's a deal out there. I think if you spend $50, you get $5 or 5,000 credits back. So keep that in mind. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to hit that this time. And that's because that's a $20 game. My other game that I am looking at is called Scully. It is on sale for $15, normally $30. So again, 50% off. This is actually another Modus Games published game. It looks super polished and it looks super unique. I really don't know anything about it other than you're kind of like a skull, or you're messing with a skull, and it's a puzzle platformer. That's all I know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it and let you guys know as well. But both of those are half off, and I've been watching them. Both came out in one came out in September, one in August, so fairly new. Good sales.
I'm looking at something interesting.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Go ahead, El. What do you got interesting?
Usually around this time of year, my kids wind up getting the newest Just Dance game. Now, I see Just Dance 2021 is on sale for $30. If you click on the link I just provided with you guys, it looks to me like there's a stack for the Xbox One version and the Xbox Series X version. Does that look right? Because if so, that's pretty damn cool, because this looks like it's a bundle.
It looks like you are correct.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So
I'm only seeing one list. Although, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're right. You are right. This is one of the first ones I've seen that.
I've never seen
normally the 360 variant say parentheses Xbox 360. Yeah. This one says parentheses Xbox One. So that's weird.
Yeah,
it is weird to visually see.
It looks like it comes with both of these.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I had asked around just to make sure that it still works with the old Kinect, and it does. So I still have the old VCR Xbox One with the Kinect hooked up. And I guess you would have to use the phone app to play with the Xbox Series X. But this is...
I want to confirm, you're right. I'm looking at the Microsoft Store. It says this bundle contains both the Xbox One version and the Xbox Series XS version.
Stacks.
Separately. When it becomes available...
They are stacks in TA, so...
Yeah, it's definitely a stack.
That's awesome.
So that is two
different
price of one.
TA differences right there. So yeah,
I haven't heard anyone talk about that. That's That opens up a lot of
You heard it here
possibilities.
first.
It does not entice me to buy this game, but that is good for those
It's
who
great for
want.
I
trivia
didn't
night.
think it would, but
I agree.
hey.
Well, I do see
Now-
one thing
now the
that's
real-
weird. You can tell me if this has existed before, L. This says in the description, one of the bullet points is dance to over 600 songs with the Just Dance Unlimited subscription streaming.
600?
Hold on. Just Dance Unlimited subscription streaming service. 1 month free included with the game. What is that?
Whoa.
Just Dance Unlimited basically is what it. Yeah, so basically, all the games that have been in any Just Dance game are available on the streaming service. So you have the new
So
games
instead
that
of
come.
buying DLC, you pay a subscription.
Yes, correct. You pay for it, and then you can have access through the streaming site.
How much is that?
It's like $20 or $30 for the year or something like that.
Okay, that's
It-
not
dude,
terrible, but
it's not terrible, but you could just throw in a different disc or an older game if you really want to play the older songs. But it puts them all together for ease.
yeah.
Man, I wish we had that in Rock Band.
No. Rock Band, I like that. You get the import code. You get like 60 songs. You're good to go.
Are you kidding? Have you looked at the DLC?
No, well, no. The old Rock Bands, that's how it used to work. Did they change it?
But yeah, you don't even have to
Well, I
download
mean, that is how it
anything.
works,
It
but
just gets
unless
streamed.
I'm... Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, unless I'm misunderstanding this, that would be amazing if I could spend like $20 or $30 a year and get access to the entire Rock Band library, all the DLC and everything.
Well, I don't know if this is everything. This might just be all the. I mean, I don't know if
It's
I don't
everything.
think Just Dance has DLC though, right? Or do they?
No. But it's basically every
So I
song.
mean, you're just getting the.
It doesn't
base
have
games.
DLC? Oh,
Yeah.
I would have thought it did.
I want
Okay,
to know more
well, never
about
mind.
this phone tracking business. Is that like it's like a pedometer on your hip, or it's actually using the phone camera to
You
do,
have
to
to-
do what the Kinect did?
You have to hold the phone in your hand, and I guess it would be akin to holding the Wii mode. It would just
Okay.
track the way you.
So it's an
you-
accelerometer based.
It would track the way you move
Interesting.
your hand.
Gotcha.
Have you used the phone?
I have
app,
tried
L?
it. Yeah, it's.
Does it
not
like?
as-
Can you like just sit on your couch and barely move?
Can I tape it to a fan
That's what I was
and get
thinking.
achievements?
Can we give it to a stuffed rhino?
I am fat and lazy, but if I'm playing Just Dance, I'm gonna actually get up there and dance. So I don't know. But yeah,
That's a
you
stream
wouldn't
worth
have to.
watching.
But when you're playing with the Kinect, the little leg movements count. But I don't know how they. I guess the leg movements wouldn't count.
And
if
what
you're
is our
just moving the phone around.
Patreon goal to see you play Just Dance 2021?
I'll do it.
I don't know, but I think we hit it.
for price of a sandwich.
I'll send you that Subway gift card.
He said a sandwich.
$5.
He said a real sandwich.
Oh, $6.
I'll send you 7. So now the real question. Is Just Dance 2021 on the Wii?
It is not, but it is on the
I
state.
think they.
No, but
yeah,
it is
they finally
on
killed it.
the Stadia.
Well, who cares? To be honest, it's actually more remarkable that it's on Stadia than it is the Wii.
I actually saw people complaining on the Just Dance Facebook that it's not on the Wii anymore. People are like,
Yeah,
you
if
can
you
move
Google,
on, people.
well, if you Google last Wii game, it was Just Dance 2020.
I know it is. That's why I asked if it was 2021.
Which
It
is funny because I'm
remarkable
pretty
that
sure
it lasted that long.
I'm pretty sure Just Dance 2020 did not release on the Wii U, if I'm correct.
no, it didn't.
Insane. Nintendo themselves have forgotten that the Wii U was a thing.
Did L have any more sales? Quays?
I was going to mention a game that I mean, all the Ubisoft games are on sale. Yeah, Phoenix Rising is already $40. That'll come down more, I'm sure.
Somebody shared with me. You can get Valhalla and
Watch Dogs Legion.
Dogs for like
Yeah.
$70.
I think it's $60.
Yeah, that's
But yeah,
that's no, it was like 70 something.
Crazy.
It's not,
70.
If my backlog wasn't so large,
It's-
that would be a deal.
Humble brag.
it's
But
not even worth it because
I'm not going to get to this for months.
it's not even worth it. You have stuff like the Medium coming to Game Pass next month. Like there's stuff you don't got to pay for. Just wait.
Yeah. When it comes to sales for me, it's kind of just the same old. Like, if it's been recommended before, it's probably on sale now. All the Tomb Raiders are on sale. All the, like you just said, all the Ubisoft games are on sale. I don't really see anything new that we haven't mentioned before. two games I do really want to quick hit, just because I think we've only mentioned I mentioned them once, but Command and Conquer 3 Tiberian Wars and Command and Conquer Red Alert 3 are both on sale for under $5. If you like your RTS games, I highly recommend them, and they are online co-op. And there's lots of co-op achievements that need to be done by lots of people, including myself. So, yeah. Nate, what games would you like to recommend?
Yes. So, there's the East Asia Soft Shmup Bundle. It is $6.29 down from $9, and it includes Project Starship, Red Death, and Null Drifter. These are typically $5 each. So,
that's
so
actually pretty good.
Bought your way into this easy gamer score. There's 3,000 for $6.29, and these are fun shmups. I think I've played 2 of these. I don't think I've played Red Death yet, but
I'll say this for East Asia Soft: I have not disliked any of their games.
Yeah,
I'll say this about East Asia Soft: I've liked two of those 3 games. Null Drifter can go to hell, but the other 2 are actually pretty good shoot 'em ups.
Okay, never mind.
But yeah, so if you haven't already dove into those, there might be a benefit to waiting. Also, the Hitman HD Enhanced Collection. After helping Corey with some Hitman a couple weeks back, and also just kind of diving into some things when he scared me about a potential server shutdown, I started playing some more Hitman, and hey, guess what? Hitman is fun. So the Hitman HD Enhanced Collection, $12 down from $60, includes both Hitman HD Absolution and Hitman HD Blood Money. That's 2,000 gamer score for $12.
Now, Nate, I was going to ask you if you've ever played them. Is this more of the same of Hitman that I know of, which is the new ones?
All I know is Hitman 2 is fun, and this seems like something I want to check out. And it's $12, so it's $6 a game.
I know. I'm really good at buying Hitman and not playing a lot of it, but still loving it.
Keep up the trend.
I might have to. That might get me the $50.
You're losing money if you don't spend it.
Basically,
money on the table. A game that I saw, and I watched a little bit of the gameplay, and it seems okay to me. Maybe, I don't know. Immortal Planet. It is an action RPG. They self-tout themselves as kind of a Dead Souls. I don't know.
Dark Souls or Dead
Dark
Souls?
Which I've never played. Probably because I don't know the name of it. But it looks slow. It looks like slow action RPG. So I don't know. It's $7.50 down from $15. If that's your thing, maybe you want to check that out and get back to us. But the thing I absolutely want to recommend is Gleam Light. This is a brand new game. Just came out, I think, this week. It's 10...
No, it says August 20th.
Yeah, so it's brand new to me this week. It's $10 down from $20. It's a platformer. You basically... The aesthetic or the art style is stained glass. Everything in the world is made out of stained glass. If you hit it with your sword, it breaks. It has a very satisfying crunch and tinkle when things break. You play as Orko. I mean, you're pretty much Orko. You're a guy in a red robe and a hat. This is a platformer. It's not the best platforming. It's not the best combat. But this game is very pretty. It seems like it starts and stops. It's I think it has a sense of humor with where it's going. But it starts out very colorful. I got to the end where I killed what I guess was the end boss. And then it basically started again. It had a whole new splash screen for the game when you went into it. So I don't really know exactly what's going on. But I do know that I like this. Some of the platforming is a little bit tricky. I had to kind of think about the move set. So it was kind of puzzly in terms of, well, how do I get through this room? I obviously have to be able to get through this room. And then I'm not really sure what's going on with this second run. Do I have to now backtrack all the way to the first level? I don't know. I'm having fun with this game. It plays really well on the Series X. It plays okay on the other consoles. But, of course, everything plays faster. It looks better on the Series X, but check it out.
I'll take your word for it.
Very pretty. I think it's $10. If you need $10, maybe you want to look at this.
I got to stop listening to you because now I want to play this
Did you
game.
look at it?
I didn't even look at it. That's the problem.
Oh, go look at it, Corey.
Part of it that
He linked you
interests
to
me
it.
is that there's only 58 started people
Yes.
on it. So it's very low. It's rated a 1.25.
How many
the
ratings though?
I don't know. I can't tell. Review.
I'll figure it out.
scores.
You keep going.
I think I don't know. And also the one achievement has the least unlocks is what's tied for the three of them. It's for dying 100 times. I mean, I guess people just don't play it enough
That's
to
a
die 100 times.
1.25 from 2 votes. If you hover over the star score, it tells you how many votes. So there's 56 people that haven't kicked in. So
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I like the obscure games. And if it is a good game, like it hurts me to see something like 58 people to play it. I'm actually looking up something right now that I might just kick myself. Okay, good. It came out in 2019, so I'm glad it did. It's okay that it didn't make it, but like I think of Super Epic. I loved Super Epic, and it still has 40 started gamers, and I can't believe it. It never goes on sale. It's not. It could be a better price, but it's a good
I won't
game.
say this is a great game, but I am having fun with it. I would say it's not a bad platformer so far, and I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a game to talk about.
Yep.
Wow. Hey, Corey.
So yeah. Yes.
I noticed Fuser's on sale. You didn't mention that.
Fuser is on sale.
But I looked in case you didn't, and it doesn't look like the DLCs are on sale.
Well, one, thanks for checking. I did notice that TA put an interesting article out. I think they put out a Quick Games one, but they actually put a countdown sale 2020 hidden gems. Fuser made that list, which is how I noticed it. If I run down the list real quick, you might have heard some of these. You might not have. Chicken Police, Paint in Red. I actually want to play that. Cloud Punk, Fuser is on the list. Icaragua. That's a Xbox arcade game.
Yeah, that's old.
Yeah. Manhater made the list. Monstrum, Phoenix Wright, Shotgun Farmers, which I do hear good things about. Space Crew, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution. Now that is the title.
I want that game.
And that does conclude their list, but apparently those are hidden gems, so there you go.
If you like card games, I hear a lot of good things about that Yu-Gi-Oh one.
To your point, the DLC may not be on sale, but the VIP edition that comes with the big pack is on sale for $80. And I do think you get like 50 songs. It's decent.
Give it a year.
All right. Well, continue on. If there's no Game Pass news after a couple of bombs that they've been dropping these past few weeks, but for once in the longest time, we did not get podcasted with Games of Gold. Everything for January has been announced. And I gotta say, usually this is the downer. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like this is a terrible month. We have Little Nightmares, which will be available for the entire month of January, 1st to 31st, which is cool because it's just in time, as Little Nightmares 2 is releasing February 11th.
Quick, can I make a footnote to that?
Go for it.
So I noticed Carpe actually mentioned this today in Discord, but so Little Nightmares will be coming to DLC, or not DLC, to Game Pass. No, not even Game Pass. Jeez, Games with Gold. It's a 10 to 12 hour game, normally $20, but that's only the base game. This game has DLC, and you can get the complete edition with all the DLC for $7.49 right now. It's on sale, normally $30.
Oh wow!
So if you're a completionist and you know DLC you have to have DLC to have a completion if it's there. So $7.49 gets you everything. Just in case that's you, and it's interesting. Games with Gold is cool, but it will not have that DLC, and it's very cheap right now.
Yeah, and Little Nightmares has had nothing but good things that I've heard about it, so that might be worth picking up. Next game that's coming out is Dead Rising, which will be available from January 16th to February 15th. The King of Fighters 13 and Breakdown will be available for 2 weeks from January 1st to January 15th. Breakdown, however, is an OG Xbox game, so there's no gamer score in that one. But Waka and Woo both apparently loved this game.
Oh, you
They
saw
were
that?
raving about it in the Discord today. Yeah. I watched a trailer that Woo linked, and it looks very Japanese. That's
Yeah.
It looks interesting.
They said it was very
It'll
hard.
be something I download, and maybe one day I'll get to
They said it was very hard, and
But-
Waka said he would do a game club for it.
Oh, I missed the game club part.
Oh, my
Ooh.
goodness.
That might actually make me want to play it. Yeah, like I said, this isn't a terrible month like we've been having. This is probably the first, at least decent month that we've had in a while. Little Might Nightmares, from
man.
everything I've heard, is a winner. Dead Rising, which is
Dead Rising-
a remastered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's-
re-released on the Xbox
Dead
One.
Rising is the Xbox One version, so it's the remaster. It's not the 360,
I mean-
which I'm excited for that because that gives me, that gives me a reason to go back to this game. I love Dead Rising.
I've never played it, so it actually
Um,
excites me that it's there.
Yeah, you should check it out, Corey. I probably
I would love to watch you stream this.
I probably mentioned
Oh,
it
really?
before,
I
but
could do that.
yeah, that's the game that sold me on the 360. Watching, I think it was a demo of it or something, like just all the
All I
characters on
remember-
screen, but the font
All
size
I remember
was
is like
terrible.
really, for the font. Everybody complained about the font.
Yeah, the font.
because
Yeah,
it was
but
HD and nobody
but-
had HD TVs.
yeah, but the amount of characters and the fluidity. A lot of people are turned off by the
Yes.
the timed element of it, but whatever. You start over, and then that's the whole idea. You like get better, and
I
you,
like that part of it.
yeah, it's part of it. And the achievement list
It's-
is weird because every achievement is worth 20, no matter how easy or hard it is. But
Yeah, and it's not an easy completion.
no, but that would be a fun stream to watch. You slicing and dicing,
I would very much like. Yeah, that would be a fun stream to watch.
taking erotic photographs. I mean, no, that's not in this game at all.
I have no idea what you're talking
Me
about.
neither. Look at this photograph.
But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think of this month? Like I said, I thought it's pretty good.
It seems pretty meh.
Meh.
I'm excited about the Dead Rising stuff, but yeah, otherwise,
I mean,
Meh.
Little Nightmares is a fun game, but yeah, Corey points out, doesn't have the DLC. If you like Limbo, this is a great looking Limbo. Yeah, and Dead Rising, I didn't like the timed aspect, so yeah, I don't know, but I'm getting it for free. King of
You're
Fighters
the one.
3, King of Fighters 3, thank you.
13.
13, sorry, didn't see the X, is yeah, okay, it's another King of Fighters on the 360. So, and then Breakdown, why even talk about that? Of course I'm going to get it, but I'm not going to play it. So yeah, for me personally, not a great month, but if you don't have Little Nightmares or Dead Rising, those are not bad gets for X1, I guess, value-wise.
GG Xbox, it's finally a month where we just don't hate to talk about it. All right, let's circle back real quick because we have some news that's worth hitting on. The first one, real quick, it's more of a PSA. Cyberpunk apparently causes seizures. If they do a lot of like the epileptic flashing lights stuff, so if you have epilepsy, maybe look out before buying this game. Although more likely not, anybody that listens to this is going to buy that game because it doesn't work unless you have a high-end PC
Or a Series X or S.
or Series X. Yeah, apparently it works 90% of the time, every time on Series X. 60% of every... Darn it, messed the joke up. Damn it,
Sex
it's
Panther.
late. But the other news story that actually is worth talking about, and man, Xbox or Microsoft has just been kicking Halo in the balls over and over and over again. 343 Industries is closing the Halo Xbox 360 servers at the end of 2021. So that means Halo Reach, Halo 4, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo Spartan Assault on the 360, and Halo Wars will all have their servers shut down come December of 2021.
That is incorrect.
What did I say wrong?
I don't know. Just about everything. Do you have that diagram I sent you earlier?
Insert.
It's a weird diagram.
Look at this diagram GIF.
Look at this diagram.
That I wasn't going to make that joke. It was too easy. But yes, I mean, it's right there in front of my face. It's on the TA article I'm reading from.
Yeah, so if you see the X's and the check marks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Halo Wars has no X's, and Spartan Assault has no X's. So it looks like those are going to be fine.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But matchmaking is going down for Reach 4, 3, and ODST for sure. So I would concentrate on those ones first. But most people I talked to, including Mike Pitch, saying they're going to do Halo Wars just because they don't trust 343. And I guess it's like a strike while the iron is hot type of thing. Everyone's going to be doing Halo games. The illustrious Alex R. Davies put together an amazing boost, and I don't know, something like how many achievements are on here? Hundreds of achievements were earned thanks to him. There were like 12 people in that session. Bam.
Yeah, so like Elle was saying, we're going to be having boosting groups for this, I'm sure, all year long. There's lots of people, including myself, that need to clean up some of the Halo multiplayer stuff. I have most of it. I do need some of it. I need some help with ODST, especially with Endure, because that's an aggravating achievement. But yeah, come into the Discord, discord.gg/AH101. We'll be opt into the Halo channel and sign up, throw in your 2 cents. If nothing else, if you have these games completed, we could probably use bodies, because a lot of people are using spare controllers. So, I mean, even if you just want to come in and just help some of the community out, that'd be great. Get to know people, talk. It's fun. Boosting sessions is when you really get to know people and be a part of the community. Hence the reason why I'm here. Thank you, Zed the Zed with Titanfall. Okay, and now scrolling back down through the doc, let's get into some contests. Corey, go ahead and shout out the losers for the week.
All right. This previous period saw a lot of eliminations from the community. From the individual side, we have NBA Kirkland, Mattism, MDP 73, Hatton 90, and Mark B. And from the team side, we lost an entire community-driven team, and that would be My Name is Enigmo Montoya, Philip Wendell Berry, You Killed My Mongoose, Prepare to Die. And obviously, that is the
Amazing
team of Philip Wendell,
team,
AZ Mongoose, Inigo Montoya, and Hawkeye Berry 20. So, GG's to you guys. We are in a new week for you to worry about and stress about. This happens to be period 12, and the solo bonus is called PC Master Race, and you need to unlock at least 20 achievements on the Windows or Games for Windows Live platform. Thankfully, they put Windows.
Surviving Mars.
Yeah, thankfully they put Windows there and not just Games for Windows Live. That would have been terrible. And the team bonus is But Why? In the scoring period with a gamer score and achievement earned totals that are not divisible by 5. So, time to quote unquote mess your gamer scores up. Easy stuff.
All right.
That's not fair.
What's not fair?
Everything. Messing up your gamer score.
Fairy is on sale. I'm glad you asked.
Oh, God.
Fairy.
Oh, good. Finally.
Well, I can tell you something that isn't divisible by 5, and that is 12. Al, you want to wrap up 12 days real quick?
Oh, yes. I know everyone's been dying to know if I finished the 12 Days of Christmas challenge, and I did.
GG's.
GG's. Thank you. On day 10 was the shooting day. I just wanted to quickly mention that I did some Gears Ultimate Edition boosting with Michelle and Devin and Ahizo, and we learned something pretty crappy, that experience is not counting anymore. So I wanted to give a heads up to people, maybe to harass someone. So any of the achievements for leveling up will not be working. So that sucks, but we did some boosting and got some stuff done. I then turned to Doom 64, which I mentioned a little earlier, which you, much like WonderSong, you can just input cheat codes and go to the levels you want to go to. It'll be on the easiest difficulty, and you can use save states. So that's a pretty easy 1K, but it's worth 1,500 TA, so it's still worth something for GTask. I finished that one in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Day 11 is where I think I had the most fun with Forza Horizon 4. This is really a game I did not think was my type of game, but it's the type of game where there's so much to do, so it's intimidating, but then you're like, all right, I'm just going to drive over here and do this race. And honestly, I don't even like the races that much. I just like searching for barns and hitting influence boards and stuff like that, and getting together for the Forzathon community events. And I don't even like doing the races, but you can do races in co-op and PvP, which I kind of knew it existed, but I've been... my son's actually gotten into this game too. He loves games where any progression is made and leveling up. He loves games like that. So that was a novel thing for me. And day 12, the Link Frog, I did mostly Minecraft Win 10.
Sounds fun.
Well, it was a double thing for GTask points as well. So there was a lot of achievements I needed left over, so I was able to get that done. I employed a strategy that a lot of other people have been doing, which is picking achievements that begin and end with S. I think there's an achievement called Swimming with the Fishes to go underwater for, it's like 20 minutes. And I actually did that at the same time for Win 10 and the Xbox One. So that counted as SS twice. I finished out the achievement, or so I thought, with the Freedom Finger achievement, but it did not count for some reason. And I asked about it, and they said there's a little glitch for some people where the last achievement is not working for people. Oh,
that sucks.
Yeah, so I got another achievement with that letter in Crayola Scoot, and that time it worked. So finished.
Yeah, it has to do with how it ends, I believe. Yours ended with punctuation, right?
No, that wasn't me.
Okay, I saw another thing just before we recorded. In another server, people were complaining about that, and that's the reason.
No, there was another issue with people not sure if punctuation. People assume that if it ended with the punctuation, that the letter before would be the last, but ones with punctuation do not count at all.
Correct.
So that was my 12 Days of Christmas, and it is almost Christmas. I am excited.
I am excited too.
Next year's Christmas, you're going to be hanging an extra stocking, my boy.
That I am. Which is going to be even more exciting.
I'm excited for you. I like babies when they're not mine.
Nate, why don't you round us out with the final contest that we are going to talk about for this very
Gamertag
night.
Challenge is still going on. It's December. It's Wheezy Fuzz. Wildcard game is Graveyard Keeper. And because he was a nurse specializing in cardiac type stuff, heart type stuff, the achievement, or the challenge, is Nobody Makes Me Bleed My Own Blood. That's achievements with the words heart or blood anywhere in the title. 1 bonus draw per word found. And in January, we're just going to tease the gamer tag has been drawn, and it is alliterative.
Does that mean they can't read?
Well, you may say that about this person, but we'll tease. We'll have some more details next week.
Oh. Oh man, that was enough.
Love you.
All right.
I love you, Corey, and the Tennessee education.
That's a joke, obviously.
No, I don't know. I saw you type in .g alliterative in the Discord.
It's called a throwback. Pete Hart will know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
let's start wrapping this show up. Let's get into Brag Camp.
This show cannot end. It's like 2020.
This is definitely going long. Just a reminder, if you want to have your milestones read, please friend request a TA profile, AH101, #4639. And we will hopefully read your milestones out as long as Nate's milestone helper is working properly. Now, Corey.
Maybe.
I really am sorry if we're not reading them. Corey, go ahead. Start it up.
Sure thing. For completions, we just have one solo gamer this week for completions. My buddy from the north, Jay Black, has completed 250 games this past week. Congratulations, Jay Black. And on completion percentage, we got a couple post 50ers here. Northern Lass is at 56% completion percentage. Wildwood Mike, 67%. And EOJ is at 99% completion percentage. Now,
wow.
I'm hovering over that number in their profile, and it says includes all DLC. Is that the way? Because I have it that way.
I'm sure he does.
But regardless, it says 99.13% includes all DLC. That's crazy. He has almost 450,000 gamer score. His ratio is 2.25, so it's not all easy crap, you know. That's pretty cool. Some good stats.
Yeah, he's into the strategy genre.
That's even more impressive that he's at 99%.
Look at his,
and he's really into strategy.
He's got a 2.25 ratio. The one thing I do not like about him is his gamer tag begins with a lowercase. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't know anyone who would do that.
I thought you were
going to say fair criticism.
He's from Ohio.
I think it's a fair criticism.
In ratio.
But good job, EOJ. Good job.
In ratio, we finally have people playing difficult games. And by people, I mean one person. That is Fissa Roboto with a TA ratio of 2.2. In streaks.
And what a ratio.
In streaks, we have Crunchy Goblin 68 with 50 days. Johnny Delicious. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? It's good to see you. 100 days. Mental Knight 5, also at 100 days. Raw Sauce Boss. I made that up. It's Raw Sauce Ross on a 450-day achievement win streak. Enigma Gamer 77, 750 days. XNeo 21X, hey, we read one of your achievements, and it's a 900-day achievement win streak. And Matriarch with 2,650 days consecutive.
Wowza.
In Achievements 1, Sir Polygon has reached 8,000 achievements. Mr. P-Tart, 10,000 achievements. Ben L, 72, 13,000. Ahayuzo, 22,000. Ozbuffnatic, 22,000. Jimbot UK, 27,000. And Igtoya...
Just say...
God.
Got him.
I cannot say this name.
Do they have Netflix watch together yet? Because you guys really need to watch this movie.
They do have.
I know it's from the Princess
Bride. They do have Disney Plus watch together.
Oh, okay.
I know who this is.
Just look at the first 5 letters. You could say Inigo or Inigo, either one of those. Just say one of those, and you'd be right.
My brain doesn't comprehend it. It doesn't put these words together. I know who this is. I love the movie. I just can't speak it.
Enigma Toyota.
There you go, finally.
80.
He's Japanese now.
There we go. I like that one.
Indigo. Just go with Indigo.
Indigo Toyota, just like my first car.
He has won 32,000 achievements.
All right, in gamer score, ZZ Urban Spaceman, thank you, man, has reached a new milestone of 600,000 gamer score. Isrit, who doesn't listen to the podcast and sucks, has 850,000 gamer score. Eskimo Mondola has reached a milestone of 950,000. Prue, I haven't seen that name in a while. Oh, he's getting close. 950,000 gamer score.
Oh, so close.
Need to put that Pokemon and Smash Bros away and hit that million. And then...
just keep playing good games.
Yeah, good games like Zoo Tycoon. Jimbot!
Like Pokemon and Smash Bros.
Jimbot UK is our big man on the totem pole this week. He has reached 1 million gamer score.
Woo woo!
Way to go,
Nice.
Jimbo.
GG.
And trying to steal his thunder, of course, is Elroy OMJ. Love that guy. With a 1.15 million gamer score.
Did you guys happen to see? Sorry for cutting you off. Jimbot's. He made a blog post, like many do for hitting 1 million. Did you guys happen to see that?
No.
I did not.
I did.
Okay, so it's short. Let me read it to you.
Please do.
In his voice.
Do it. Go for it.
I wish I could.
Blimey.
UK. Bloody hell! Back in my uni days, he says. I think back to how I first got into achievement hunting. I was about to propose to my girlfriend when my roommate Joseph barged into the room out of nowhere, tripped and fell over, breaking a glass table with his face. Now I didn't know Joseph that well. Don't even remember where he was from, but I put my plans on hold to help him through his injuries. Joseph had gotten a big glass shard in his eye, making him completely blind in that eye. He was walking around with one of those big cotton pads on his eye for a couple of months. Then suddenly he disappeared, along with my girlfriend. Apparently they had bonded during the time after his injuries and run off together, leaving me behind without as much as a note. I tried to track them down, but never could. If it hadn't been for Joe with his cotton eye, I've been married a long time ago. I'm starting to lose it. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
He got me.
I knew, yeah.
Got me.
I read it earlier. I was waiting for Koosh to be got.
As soon as I heard cotton, I was like, son of a biscuit. Son of a blimey biscuit.
That is quite the million blog.
Yeah, and he
Amazing.
added it to his blog. His 1 million gamer score achievement was rolled over in Cross Crush, which is a Rattle-like game.
I love that blog post.
He's rolling over.
That was great.
Yeah, GG's Jimbot.
Good.
It's true.
Where was Elliot? Chesno, 400,000 TA score. Dunkos, said 750,000 TA score. J Zarp, 43, 800,000. Quick Don't Die, 1.2 million. Toad Style Venom, 1.5555 million. Mental Knight, 1.6 million. And Indiana, Montana, 81.75 million TA score. In the not trimmed down leaderboards, Heizo in the top 10,000 of RPGs. Chesno in the top 10,000 of leaderboard for Windows. Hat 90 in the top 10,000 leaderboard for golf. Chesno is in the top 5,000 gamerscore leaderboard for Windows. Why do people track these things? I gotta say. All right, let's read some good ones. Jimbot UK is in the top 50 of the leaderboard for Puzzle. Awesome. That's TA. Vulgar Latin in the top 1,000 of the TA leaderboard. That is awesome. Icefire TN is in the top 10 of the Connecticut TA difference leaderboard, and as well as the top 200 of the TA difference leaderboard for Puzzle. Gibrach is in the top 5,000 of the TA difference leaderboard.
Quick footnote: he earned that, quote unquote, earned it after a Waka Total Reliable Delivery Service session. So, congrats to Waka for J Black's milestone.
I believe he's responsible for many a milestone.
Probably.
Indeed.
Jimbot UK is in the top 500 of the completed games leaderboard as well. Mental Knight is in the top 500 of the Achievements 1 leaderboard and in the top 500 of the TA difference leaderboard for Shmups.
Nice.
And we've been
All
somewhat
right,
joking about his name, but my good buddy Inigo Montoya has been kicking ass in Leapfrog. He's up to 100 days.
Nice.
Yeah, as of recording, we're on day 100. As of right
How the
now,
hell?
he needs 20 more achievements in the next 3 hours. There are 10 people left. I'm sorry, 11 people, but one of them is just 3 friends having fun. But yeah, good. He posted that his wife gave him full support in continuing and to win Leapfrog, I think. And so it's actually when he posted that, the community, like in Discord, just like rallied up and gave him ideas and offering to boost. I think he joined a Human Fall Flat session, which obviously was a large chunk of one of the days now. So It's really cool to see, but
Yes.
we fully give you our support, buddy.
Money is no object
Ow.
to him. He said if it's not delisted, he'll get it. So you keep giving him
Now,
ideas.
real quick, as I like to do, I have to back this double-decker bus up and go back to Jimbot UK's post. Did you notice the video at the end?
Well, I saw the dog. I didn't actually click
So if
play.
you click the cute little puppy doing cute little things, you will be rickrolled, just like the post. And that is just, it's layers, people. It's layers.
Oh,
Link it,
and the
please.
achievement was for rolling over.
I think
man,
he's planned this out.
it's all coming
I
together.
think this was planned out. I even think this.
Link, please.
Onions have layers.
Yes, I will link it to you.
Ogres have layers.
Parfaits.
Come on, donkey. It's my best Shrek impression. I'm sorry. It's
What about
late.
parfait? Everybody loves parfait.
Donkey.
One other note with Brad Camp, we do also trim these down. We by no means can mention every single milestone out there,
We tried.
or else this segment would be 5 times as long. So if you're wondering why we're not reading them off, one, it might be my fault for it not being in the helper, or it might also just because it's an odd value milestone, so we just neglect to read it. But yes,
Well,
with
let's
that-
just keep rolling, because
Wow.
if we just go another 6 minutes, we'll hit the 3-hour mark. So here's some Rick Astley.
I am not putting in 6 minutes of that song to get this over
Heard
3
you.
hours. Unless you have something meaningful to delay this another 6 minutes, I'm going to do the outro. And I'll take my time to see if I can get... No, I'm not taking my time through this. It is freaking late. I can't believe we've gone this long. And we didn't even do games that we played. Imagine what's going to be like next week.
There's the
There it
DMCA.
is.
Copyright infringement.
Oh, you want me to just sing it instead?
No. Let's get out of here. You can
How
sing
many
it
seconds
and we'll
can we put in
it
before
for the
getting
Patreon.
flagged?
We don't make money, so we can put the whole song.
There you go.
But if to answer your question, I think we have 5 seconds. Yeah, but let's get out of here. This has been a long one. All right, no one wants to take it. Twitch. We've talked about streaming a lot. Check us out.
What are you
on
playing,
Twitch,
Cyberpunk?
Twitch.tv/AH101. No, because I have an OG Xbox and
Oh.
it doesn't play on there.
Hopefully
Screw
it
you,
installs.
CDP.
You said you're going to Twitch.
It installs. They're glad to take my money. They just don't want me to play their game.
Ah, you're Tourette's mouth today.
Yeah, Twitch.
Ball hair.
Give us a follow, please. Check it out. It's in the show notes. Even if you don't want to join, just follow us. It helps us out. I greatly appreciate it. But if you also have Amazon Prime, you can sign up and sub to us. Give us money, and it costs you no money. So it's a free Amazon Prime benefit.
And there's a monthly drawing.
And there's a monthly drawing.
It's not a waste.
You can win monies.
It's 17 cents a day that you're wasting if you don't use it. Might as well use it on us.
Exactly. We've had a bunch of
Help
people
us
win
help
so
you.
far. You could be in there also. Twitter. You could send us Twitter tweets on the Twitter at Achievements101. Discord, once again, for those that don't suck are in there. Discord.io/AH101 or Discord.gg/AH1 One of those will work. Once again, links are in the show notes. And Patreon for those who can help out. But please, patreon.com/achievementhunting101. It keeps this show going. It keeps the lights on. We do lots of giveaways, patron only giveaways. Patron's secret room is always booming. Yeah, good time and great appreciation for all of our patrons. It is late. For all of our patrons that support the show, we couldn't do this without you. And with that, class is dismissed. See you all next week.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Exclamation point, possum.
Ho, Ho. Ho! USA!
Don't talk to us like that, Al.
USA!
Hello, I'm Waka, and contrary to what I expected, I very much enjoyed Lonely Mountains Downhill. In October of 2020, a new mountain to descend down with your bike was released as paid DLC, worth 250 game score and 1400 TA at the moment. It is $6, but you get a slight discount if you have Game Pass. Is it worth $6? Short answer is a conditional yes. I have plenty of good to say about it, but Eldfjall comes with some bad stuff as well. I'd say subjectively, but I don't know anyone who likes the night levels. The new mountain and its 4 new trails are very good, featuring varied environments and fun trails which are surprisingly easy and has many hidden shortcuts. To offset how easy the trails are, there are now timed challenges attached to the no crash mode, significantly ramping up their difficulty. Fortunately, the levels are not very long and you can be completed in around 3 minutes each, which you have to do at least 6 times to get all the achievements. The developers have also added challenges to the night mode, which really sucks and is no fun at all. They are not very difficult, but every second spent on the night trails is 1 second too many. The achievements follow the same template as the main game and tasks you with completing all challenges, finding the 4 new resting places, and falling into lava 20 times. The lava can only be found on the 4th trail. With just over 200 starting the DLC out of its 44,000 gamers on TA, it is no surprise the ratios are very high. As mentioned, the new trails themselves are easy, but adding time challenges to the modes where you can't crash might test your patience more than the base game. The Eldfjall Island DLC is very good, but it is more demanding than the base game, and the night trials in particular are way worse. If you are new to Lonely Mountains or didn't care much for it, this is not content for you. However, if you are a fan of the game, I can highly recommend it, even if the night trails are the worst. Have a nice day, everyone!